Trying to lay you down, down, down. You're still the baddest girl around, round, round. And they notice you were shutting. Okay, my man. Yo, there we go. My fucked up hand.
That was like a principal 9th grade high schooler high five.
Yeah.
2 fingers of contact.
It's all I can do with grab your hand and shit, you know. Like, God, man. Nah, man, I got you with my fucked up hand. That's what happened.
What's going on? Welcome back to World's End Party Plan.
So that's recorded?
I'm glad we could start off another episode once again with Drake.
Yeah, baby.
Shut it down.
Honestly, I want to practice this enough to where we have like the perfect duet.
Yes, it can happen, dude.
Yeah,
we can make it happen, dude.
No, I'm so fucking serious.
Me too.
About that. Like until we master it, we're not allowed to sing it. We can only sing it together.
Okay.
I mean, unless we're in our cars and we're feeling the vibe.
That's right.
We'll do a live stream.
We'll do a live.
We'll do a live stream of it.
We should.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know, I don't feel like doing a big crazy introduction, so we're just gonna let it ride. What's going on, guys?
Man.
Posse cut shit. You know, same people, different day.
That's right.
Another posse cut.
We were supposed to have a guest. Has not arrived, so we decided let's let the show go on.
The show must go on, yes.
These things happen. Who knows? He might just randomly show up, and if that happens, then we'll adjust. But
oh, dude,
you missed your fucking opportunity, Anwar.
Oh my God, opportunity!
Nah, shit
He's gonna miss out on all the big deals, all the big credentials and stuff.
Oh, no.
Everything that could have been attached to his name.
It's all going away.
Like me, I could have given you clout, Anwar. I really could have given you clout.
like me.
You would have had 10 more followers having me spoke to you today.
They do it for clout. Hey,
I mean, it doesn't have to be for the clout, but you know what? He missed out on a fun opportunity.
Nah, he missed out on some fucking clout.
That's right. I'm gonna ask this one.
He missed out on some fucking clout.
That clout was
all right,
missed.
Anwar.
You started off with that sentence where you were like, "Oh, you missed out on the savings." I thought you were gonna plug Walmart for a second.
Walmart.
Who was gonna plug Walmart?
You.
Me?
You started.
I would
talking
never
about
plug.
I
would never plug Walmart in anything.
Maybe my ass, but you know,
yeah.
You know what I mean? My ass.
All of Walmart as a giant butt plug.
Oh my God, dude. The worst butt plug. Maybe fucking with like feces all over and shit because it's fucking Walmart and shit. Yo, we walked into, I had to say this.
Sweaty old people.
I gotta say, we walked into Walmart, right? Me and Kanye and shit. So what happened was that we walked in. It smells horrible. It smells heinous. It smells like something died. Like back in the 1990s and festered for years.
What part of Walmart?
The front. My front lanes?
Yeah, it was up by the self-checkout.
My God. Jesus.
It was nasty. I mean, it's Walmart.
Yeah, man, but like it had like crust and mold from like 1994 under the registers and shit.
I mean, this side of the fucking house. Wow. This side of Middletown sounds like
And this house.
It smells like.
That's right.
Yeah, in this house, smells like cat food like half the time. You ever notice that?
Is it cat food?
Yeah.
I also haven't noticed it.
It smells like tuna. Like it smells like tuna cat food.
Oh God.
No, I don't know. I get an assortment of different smells. It depends on the day.
There's a variety.
Like if you're going in there like on a Friday night, you're definitely gonna smell something funky. But like a Wednesday night, it's give or take.
Oh my God. I was trying to drink some water. I almost freaking spit this shit back up.
You got a water and that's an apple juice?
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna stop it out with the apple juice because like it's making me crash. I can't have a crash.
The apple juice is making you crash?
Yeah, man. Because like no, here's the thing. Because like
I heard of a Red Bull making somebody crash, not no fucking apple juice.
Here's the thing, because my body.
If someone throws a fucking toothpick at you, are you gonna fucking shatter?
Maybe. But I mean, you don't know that. I probably will. No, but I got this thing, right, where like my family's got diabetes in the family, and what could happen was that basically I gotta make sure if I have too much of this carb and sugary stuff, I could just crash horribly, and like it won't be a fun time, bro.
You turn into a giant Google Chromebook.
Basically, hey.
I like how you got the red pocket too. It's pretty colorful.
That's right.
Situation you got going on there.
The whole rainbow, homie.
Very Nathan Fielder.
Nathan, who'd I be?
Yo, yes.
Who'd I be?
Fucking, you never seen what's that show?
Nathan for you.
Was this Nickelodeon?
So good.
Oh, that show is fucking amazing.
It's on basically 24. Whenever
you
Practical
watch
Jokers is not on, You can watch Nathan for You.
But
That's not
honestly,
true TV
it's
then?
just
That's
as good.
true TV.
But like, the humor is smarter in Nathan for You.
Yeah.
Really now?
Yeah.
Huh.
He
Actually,
like sets up like
You watch
fake-
Nathan for You as well?
I love yeah.
Yeah, I love that show so
I'm
much.
gonna
I
Google this
haven't.
shit
I
right
will
now.
say I've seen like maybe 6 or 7 episodes because they always play the same ones. Like I always like when I turn on the TV when I'm at somebody. I don't have cable, but when I go to a friend's house or family member's house and I turn on,
Oh, this fucker. Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah.
I love this dude.
it's always the there's an episode that Nathan Fielder did with
He's so awkward. I love it.
Yes.
with frozen yogurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Wait,
there was
wait, wait.
poop flavored.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That was awesome.
I like the episode where like, because fat people can't like ride a horse if they're over 220 pounds.
Oh my god.
So he attaches helium balloons to them to lighten the weight. And he's afraid of the helium balloons getting popped, so he has a crew walk around with these shields to protect the dude from the branches.
What?
But he's also worried.
What?
But he's also worried about incoming birds. So he hired a guy to have a drone fly around with a scarecrow around to rid any birds in the area.
Oh my fucking god.
And doing all of that made this guy have a successful horse ride.
Oh my! I love the intricacy of that.
Yeah, no, he's always
Jesus.
setting up like, different.
And like the victim, like not the victim. Well,
The
I
victim.
almost want to call her a victim because at the end she's like, "So how do you think this worked out?" She goes, "Well, I'm hoping that people will remember me for other things. Like I won a championship here. I do photography." And he goes, "No, people are gonna remember you for this and only this." How like why would you not want to be a part of history? We help obese people ride horses.
Speaking of obese, oh my god! So I had the displeasure of watching Jack and Jill last night, and they had this scene where like, because Adam Sandler he tries to do the whole like crude humor thing, right? Which were back in like 1996. But what happened was that there's a scene where he has Jill who's like 400 pounds, sit on a horse, and the horse's legs just collapse on itself and shit. And it's just like, I broke the horse. Oh my god, I broke the fucking horse. Oh my Jesus.
Fucking shitty Adam Sandler movies,
I
man.
mean, look, man, it's just he's.
And Adam Sandler is actually a real great actor too.
He is. He can be. He can be.
I'm really excited for Uncut Gems.
Me too.
That
No,
looks
legit, I
really
actually
good.
am.
Is that 824 movie coming out with Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm
Next
excited.
month, right?
Yeah, they had another trailer that came out for it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. It's more Adam Sandler.
There you go.
Which is awesome.
How you doing?
He definitely pulls off that sleazy loan shark look,
Definitely does.
like with the earring and the piercings and stuff like that.
That's kind of. I feel like that's how he runs his business, man.
Probably, yeah.
Making films.
With the same dudes in every freaking film.
Yeah.
God, dude.
This looks like it's a different cast though. Like I don't think it's going to be regulars
That's
because it's
fair,
not a
yeah.
Happy Madison.
Yeah, thank
movie.
God.
Yeah.
My God, dude. Honestly, I didn't know what the last decent, well, at least in my subjective opinion, the last decent Happy Madison film. Honestly, I still love Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds will always be my shit.
Well, what's the timeline for Adam Sandler movies? Because I just watched I watched Anger Management again
Ooh,
for like the first time in like a year or two.
Really?
I watch it every couple of years. Yeah, because I love Jack Nicholson. I think he's like over the top.
Yes.
I love it. I mean, it's
my
still
inspiration.
low hanging fruit comedy.
When I
but-
tell you to dump a body in the mosh,
yes.
you dump them in the mosh.
Perfect.
Not where some John Hancock goes in every Tuesday to get a fucking blowjob. Don't laugh. This isn't reality TV.
Hey there, buddy. Come down there. Hey. Okay, I'm saying a little voice.
That's Jack Nicholson from The Departed.
Oh my God, dude.
Have you seen The Departed?
I had, but many years
I've
ago.
seen that movie like 50 fucking times at least, 100 times.
Because that came out back in 06, right?
Yeah.
It's because I saw it the year it came out with my dad. Because my dad was awesome enough to take me to these kind of like mafioso films, whatever. I remember it being really good, but I had this debate with my coworkers in my break room about a month ago. They're like, yeah, The Departed, we give it a 6. I'm like, I don't know. I remember being
How
really
dare
good.
that person give it a 6? That person doesn't know fucking film.
Like, I remember it being an 8. I remember it being really damn entertaining. But I don't know. I was 12. So I don't know.
It's a fantastic movie.
Jeez, man.
Coworkers are fucking idiots.
They are, dude.
I like his henchman though. He's like, I dumped him in the marsh. What was he walking his dog? It must have been a big fucking dog, man. Must have been a big fucking dog. And like also, there's a scene where he's being interrogated. He goes, Matt Damon's like, tell your mother you're not coming home for supper.
Oh, his accent, yeah.
And he's like, Mom, I'm not coming home for supper. Bye. Yo, he really did that. Yo,
You know,
my God, dude.
Matt Damon's apartment in that movie, and then at the end, Mark Wahlberg. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Mark Wahlberg comes in and shoots him at the end.
Yeah, that was
with
dude.
like the bags on his feet.
Okay.
Yo, that was nuts.
And then
was
that's
the
the
last
last
line?
line in the movie. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, literally though, at that
And
point,
but he
it's
kind of shrugs. You know what I mean? He's like,
just-
okay.
he had it coming. He really had it.
He
coming.
did. He really did. But not gonna lie though, like at the end when fucking spoiler alert again. But when Leo gets shot, I remember the theater was just shocked. The theater was just like you could hear a gasp in the theater.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
I saw that shit at home with my brother. I was just as shocked.
Damn, homie.
Because he's the one that got me into those movies. He got me into those movies, like the first movies that like I saw like that. Like he introduced me to Bronx Tale. He introduced me to Goodfellas. I think probably that same weekend. And like ever since then, I've just been obsessed with Martin Scorsese movies. I saw Gangs of New York. Then I went to The Departed.
Again, I watched
yeah,
that again. Gangs of New York like 3 or 4 nights ago.
Never seen that film ever.
What?
Never ever.
Oh,
Forever,
man.
ever.
Oh man.
Never, dude. Never,
Nice
never.
fucking Outcast pull there, by the way.
Yeah, that's right, my man.
I was thinking that in the shower too, because you know.
Really?
Yeah. I was gonna
I was
introduce
thinking
you
about
guys.
the Kanye one.
I was gonna introduce you guys as
Diamonds of Sierra Leone.
Oh, it's an old one, dude.
Yeah.
Diamonds out forever. That's old shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard that song since I was like 9 years old.
That's like one of his like signature songs, at least from back then.
Hell yeah. I had the black and white video, right?
Yep.
Dude, that was a good song.
But I was gonna introduce you guys. I was gonna be like, "Welcome back to World's End's Party Plan. We are the coolest motherfuckers on the planet." Wow.
You know,
I
is
was
that some
thinking of
old
that today.
Outcasts?
I was thinking that today, and I was like,
How
"That's an
dare you.
Outcast." Yeah.
How dare you? How old we talking about? Like 90s?
No.
2000?
2000. Yeah, that's Stankonia.
I
Coolest
don't know.
motherfuckers on the planet.
I just know the singles.
It's Miss Jackson, dude.
Is it? Oh, fuck. Is it really?
It's
You
Miss
know,
Jackson.
whenever I'm like cooking in the kitchen and like I forget to turn on my Bluetooth, I always resort to the horns in that one song. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
What-
Yeah. Damn, bro.
What is that? That's a Clemini, right? Isn't that the?
Yeah, a Clemini.
Sounds
It's like
familiar, yeah.
Spotty Yachty Dopalicious or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Spody, Odie. Yeah, one of
Oh,
those.
man.
I love their song titles, man. Chunky Fire, dude.
It
They're
sounds
great,
horrible.
man. Dude. It's Outcast, bro.
That's fair. They're fantastic. They get a pass on that one.
Okay, I love Andre 3000. I love his rapping, man.
Yo, go
Sometimes I,
to the
sometimes I
lady.
don't understand what he's saying like
Really?
the first time, but like I'll always catch it's like kind of like the lead singer of Sting. It's like and man and they're smoking in the dark.
Yo, dude, like, yo.
But
dude,
lately,
yo,
all of his verses have been kind of sounding the same, like his structure, like of how he does it, where he just
Andre?
kind of.
Or
He's
yo,
kind of pulling a little bit like an Eminem, where like he does the same kind of verse now. Because he's just,
no, not like that. Not like that.
no. He'll come,
It's just like very fast rapping,
yeah.
repeated in order, but he's actually saying shit.
yeah. So do I see on this kind of eh.
Oh, see, I was actually listening to Blonde.
that?
I listened to listen, Blonde is like the album of the decade. But like fucking I was listening to Blonde and I hit that Andre 3000 interlude and all I heard was
When I Geronimo, I go eh.
Oh, my God.
So do my cup is a.
Woo?
No,
Sound
but
like some-
Andre, man, and when I say that Andre 3000 is the greatest rapper of all time, not a lot of people complain when I say that.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
know?
They really shouldn't.
I actually had some complaints, but I don't know. Those are from people who only know rap on a mainstream level. I try to explain it to them, but like at the same time, I got to hear them out too.
How dare you?
Because like you know, there's like, oh well, nah, Jay-Z's the best one, or they'll say Eminem is the best one, but like they're talking about Eminem from the perspective of you know when Eminem was in his prime.
Yeah.
So when they're putting Andre 3000 up against other artists lyrically, I guess they have you know.
Well,
That is the thing, though.
room
But
to argue.
Andre, every time he comes back, he's still just as good, though.
Yeah, he is.
Like I don't think he's done a bad feature.
No,
you know?
honestly, I will say the possible exception is on his thing where he did that song with John Legend, Green Light. It started off really cool, but then he's like, "Got you laughing like a piglet." Ha ha. That's the ticket. I'm like, you know,
But sometimes I'll have like a really dope feature on a song that's just all right, like the opening track to Travis Scott's his sophomore album. What was it called?
Birds in the Trap.
Birds in the Trap.
Well, he had an
which
opening?
is actually a guilty pleasure of mine. I actually
that.
The
there
whole
are
album is a guilty pleasure for you.
not the whole album, but I do like more tracks than I don't on that album. I actually must say.
yeah.
'cause you're sweet. All right.
I still think
Like
one of the greatest
Coco.
one of the greatest pop songs of all time has to be, or pop trap songs is On Birds in the Trap is Pick Up the Phone with
Pick
Quavo.
up the phone, baby.
It's just
Oh, yeah,
so
Pick Up the Phone,
catchy.
baby.
That
Yeah,
song
yeah.
never
Yo,
ages. Bro.
also,
It's-
the only time I ever liked Nav on anything was
Oh, no.
Beeves in the Trap, bro. He fucking killed that song.
That song was all right. It was all right.
Yo,
like
listen,
twice.
if you're watching, there's some crazy shots in that music video of him in the Ferrari, bro. He's like doing like burnouts and shit on that. I'm like, damn, that shit's crazy. While Travis Scott's like walking and rapping, but it's like this giant wide shot, and like the shit is just spinning out in the background, but it looks clear as day. Like it's like a one take sequence. It looks beautiful.
You know, speaking of Travis Scott, speaking of like pop trap nonsense, like I gotta admit to y'all a guilty pleasure of mine.
Wait,
but
can I go back? I just want to say one quick thing about Nav before we switch the subject.
You want to talk about generic Wonder Bread? Go ahead,
Yeah,
homie.
exactly, yeah.
Go for it, dude.
No, what album was Nav just on that he had a pretty decent feature? What were we thinking of? We would listen. It's a recent album. It came out in the past like 2 months.
You'll never catch me listening to Nav like that. I mean, I like listen to more.
No,
projects.
but you agreed with me though. You're like, oh, this is like the least worst Nav feature
Man, then
I've heard in years.
All right, then I didn't remember it. But if I agree with it, yeah, probably.
Oh, this is killing me now because it was a recent album too. But I can't.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll bring up my another one of my guilty pleasures. So now this this song I regrettably played on repeat, but like something about it. So it was off the Fast and Furious 8 or 7 soundtrack. So you know it's gonna be shit. It was Quavo, Lil Uzi Vert, and Travis Scott, and it was one of those songs. You know, like those shitty songs on soundtracks where like they'll actually like
Who are the artists again?
it's Travis Scott, Quavo, and Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay,
All right, and it was one of those songs.
that's a good lineup. What happened?
No, it's a good lineup. Now what happens is there's some surprises in there, but what happens is they do one of the cardinal sins of a soundtrack where they will make these like generic.
It was a soundtrack song.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Now tell me where it fell apart.
yeah. So what happened was that they did one of the cardinal sins of a soundtrack song where they actually like threw all these little like allusions to the film. Like so, okay, Fast and Furious about cars. Where he goes, yeah, I got a fast new car, you can't race me. Yeah, you want to chase me, police can't see me. Ooh, Fast and Furious. Ooh, and then like, but surprisingly,
The Fast and Furious soundtrack.
yeah.
I heard that shit was fucking garbage.
It's hot ass. But look, I was surprised though. I was surprised at Lil Uzi Vert because he actually had a pretty decent bar on that one. I mean, look, it's a low standard, but it was tolerable, right? And then Travis Scott had the generic like nah 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 rocking with the heat child, yeah. And Quavo was like, yeah, police can't see me, ice, dab. Damn.
You're a dick.
Now look, man, I used to be a Quavo stan. As Kanye, I used to be a Quavo stan.
Yeah.
All right, and Amigo stan for that fact matter. But like, he kept giving me shit. I kept giving him rope, and he gave me freaking all this nonsense.
I just puffed.
He was on fucking Young Thug's album,
Was it really?
Nav, and it wasn't bad. I think
Napster?
that must be the one.
Probably.
Yeah, but I remember listening to it and thinking, oh, this ain't bad for Nav.
Let me see.
This is really tolerable.
Let me see what the song was called.
It's
Go ahead.
interesting about Quavo. Like people thought he was supposed to be the guy that the really famous guy that broke off of Migos to
Yes.
have solo critical acclaim, but it was actually Offset who had the most appraisal from the public.
You're right, actually. Yeah.
And
I think the fundamental problem with Quavo is that he just doesn't know how to write a verse. You know what I mean?
No, I think his issue.
he does much better in a group setting. I mean, shit. That collaboration with him and Travis Scott, that album I thought was fucking fantastic.
Oh my! Oh yeah, that's my shit, dude.
No.
I still
What
got
was
the
one?
video with you. Motorcycle patches.
Oh yes,
Motorcycle patches on my jacket.
Yeah, I'm
Roll the money out the plastic.
Okay,
yeah.
you know what? Look,
Flip,
all right.
make it flip, do gymnastics.
All right, hold on now. All right, that song is hot, but you know
Eat
what?
up on our Gucci just like salad, right? Doesn't he say something
I
like
think.
that? Eat up on our Gucci just
But
like
look,
salad.
I gotta be fair though, because I gave Weekend shit for this, but Travis Scott, I gotta give him shit for this too, because what happened was that like
I might need
for a
me
lot
some
of
ventilation, a little dedication, okay?
no, so his issue was that how about that that kind of shit was on like every song for a little while.
Every rapper
Dude,
has
you
their
say this
signature
every time
flow.
you come up here, though, bro. I
Every
will
time.
say, I
How many-
love you to death.
Yo,
Only
already.
he
twice.
argues so many like if a rapper uses it more than once, it's like he must be on that same shit.
Not more than once, because like I could literally like if I had time to bring it out to you, I
Yo.
could find 10 tracks. Look, I'll give you 2.
Some
Give you 2.
a lot of these artists have a signature thing that they do in songs that
Yeah,
they
they
just
do.
can't quit.
Why not?
Even the best ones out there, like Frank Ocean, for instance, he's always doing those lazy vocal harmonies in every
harmonies.
single song.
But is it the same harmony though?
What do you mean by lazy though?
What I mean, like it intentionally lazy.
Okay.
Like I rock the California, these flowers over goggles. I'm leaning out the window. You know,
OJ shining on.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, see, it'll always sound great, but he has that signature thing about him.
Maybe we should calm down with the lyrics, by the way, because we've just been going hard. I don't know if this could ever be like taken down from
Dude,
iTunes.
they can't copyright for.
I don't
for
think
us
they
singing.
can, right?
It's especially if we're
No. That's literally
I'm
copyright
gonna go
law.
off. That's the song.
We're
I know on
we're
YouTube
allowed
they
to
will.
sing.
I know on YouTube they will take you down. But
Disgusting.
we don't give a shit about YouTube right now.
Disgusting.
At this moment in time.
Nah, but look
I'm-
though, but I still fuck hard with Travis Scott though. Travis Scott, he's probably one of my favorite trap artists out there. I just love his melodies. I love.
Oh, he's
that-
gonna be remembered for a long time.
Fuck yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
As just a personality. He just omits such like I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but there's definitely something about him, his sound, his look, his appeal. He's just a rock star on stage. He invests all his money into his tours.
I mean, he.
That
Everything
one
he
face
does
he
is,
made,
is
though.
for the fans, really.
Oh yeah.
Remember that one meme with him on stage and he's like
Oh yeah.
Yo, he's a
The
fucking
the
rock
face
star.
this guy can make though. Like
Yo.
this guy could be like they could like model his face into different things.
That's what,
They
like,
could.
I wasn't too crazy about his newest track following the breakup between him and Kylie Jenner.
What the highest in the room?
Yeah,
I'm the highest
but
in the room.
but the end of that was so
Yes.
reminiscent of rodeo, the rodeo series,
Mm-hmm.
upper echelon type shit. Like I was like, yo, let me find out he's about to, go back
to
to
drop.
go back to basics and capitalize on that sound that he started with. Because I thought that was an amazing sound. That's what put me on the Travis Scott in the first place. Not to say that his newer music is bad, because
Right.
I love his newest album, Astroworld.
Oh hell yeah, me too.
But
Overall, yeah.
when it comes to Astroworld, he definitely abandons that sound, but onto newer kind of things, something a little bit more psychedelic, something a little bit more pop, a little bit more trap, reliant on the kicks and the basses, the distorted basses, but heavily reliant on his samples.
Oh for sure.
The way he uses his samples, I can't even compare to the way Kanye used to use his samples, because he uses these aggressive ones that just amplifies each song to the next.
Still trying to be God. No, here's the thing is that no, I agree with you, but one thing I will say about Rodeo, because for me, I think like a lot of people, I was turned on Travis Scott by his single Antidote. I think like most people were, right? And I remember being really interesting.
Still a great song.
Oh yeah, 'cause-
I sing that to myself every now and again, like on occasion.
fuck yeah.
But like shit,
And you
I
know
love
what's-
that his refrain. Goddamn.
Oh yeah, and I gotta say, man, like, and I think he really popularized that wet atmospheric reverb stuff,
Oh,
auto
big
tune, but he pulled it off well though. That's the thing. I thought it was in good
Yeah,
taste.
he uses his. Excuse me. Wow.
How
Sorry,
dare
I
you.
can't talk.
a
I'm like
stroke
kind
there?
of still high off of a fucking edible that my boy made me.
Got my
Um,
edible.
Brownies kind of hit
edible.
the hardest, but it was like a heavy sativa strand that he put in that one. So
Oh, no, yeah.
when I ate that whole thing yesterday, bro, I was having the most intense thoughts fucking ever. I'm like, I heard my neighbors coming up the fucking stairs, and I'm like, shh, be quiet. And I'm like, and I'm like looking to my left, and I'm looking to my right, looking to my left, looking to my right, and he's like, bro, why are you acting like the fucking Nazis are about to come in?
shit.
and so I'm just like,
It's not
shit,
like you
you're right,
even
I'm so-
smoked either. You ate edibles. There's no proof that you
It's like shit, bro. No proof about what.
like. It's not like you smoked a joint in the apartment and they'd be coming up to complain about it. Like you had an edible, so like there was no
Oh.
smoke, no smell.
All of my
No,
thoughts,
nothing.
yeah, all of my thoughts are no. They were like coming home, but I didn't know if the TV was too loud. Like I had my shit on 19, thinking the TV was too loud. Like dude, I was getting so fucking paranoid.
Things
but then,
do
like,
get louder when you smoke, though.
yeah.
Like
So
they really do.
so like but dude, me and the couch just became one. So like an hour later, I'm like, all right, I hate an edible. Let me just fucking chill. But it only got more intense. So I'm
Bro,
like,
yeah.
maybe I greened out, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I fucking greened out off of that shit.
Oh, you puked from
Huh?
that?
No, I just passed out immediately.
Oh no.
And fucking I hit up my boy the next day. I was just like, yo, those edibles are fucking hitting. I'm like I want more. And then he's like, yeah,
More.
next time I'm gonna make peanut butter cookies. Call me back. I'm like, all right, bet.
Hit me up. No,
But yeah, no,
man.
Let's
back
talk
to
about
that.
Chance the Rapper.
Wait, before
Oh
that,
God, no.
I want to go back to the Travis Scott.
Yes.
Let's talk about another great single that he had this year, The London. I mean, it wasn't his track; it was Young Thug's.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
But his feature was, and at first I didn't like
The
it.
hook, man.
At first I thought it was
Yeah,
lazy.
me on the line now.
Yeah, like at first I thought it was too lazy. At first, like when I first heard it, the first listen,
Some
I was
things
like,
just add to a song, bro. Like
You're right,
sometimes,
yeah.
No,
it
it took
certain
me a-
deliveries just add, like, yeah. If you want him to go grand, would it sound the same that it does now? Probably not.
no, you're totally right, and that's where I think now. Because when I first heard it, I was like, man, J. Cole comes in with some high energy, which is, I mean, pretty average J. Cole.
That was
now.
the song of the summer.
And then yeah, totally. And then Young Thug comes in with the highest energy I've heard from him in a long ass time. And then, you know, you got Travis just doing kind of his thing. And at first I was like, man, it just doesn't like it. It feels like it was kind of phoned in. And then I listened. The more I listened, I was like,
It works.
this works. Like I don't think it could have been better if he did it high energy. So I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
But it took me a minute to come around.
Man, well, if anything, I say for me, I do miss like the high production and the honestly like the event that rodeo was though. You know, I miss these tracks where like it felt like an epic, you know, and there was so much. I'm not saying there wasn't a good amount of work put into his newer stuff.
Rodeo's
but
his classic. What are you about to say right now?
of course, no, I'm saying that like I wish more shit was like rodeo. You know, like I wish I had more like oh my's this side. I wish I had more fucking anecdotes.
I 100% agree. I think to have such a great start is probably challenging to overcome.
Did
Like,
you
just
listen to
have
Days Before Rodeo?
I did. I love both of them.
I didn't hear that one.
And then to be honest with you,
You're gonna like that one.
his last two albums I find just average in my opinion. I don't think they're bad. I don't go back to them. You know what I mean? Like that's how I look at it.
I don't blame you there. I mean, and I put it to this way too. Like when I first heard "Oh My," like with Quavo, oh my God, literally, like I was on that track for like weeks, and then after that, I looked
I've
for
been hanging out a long time.
"Oh My," mama kicked me out the. You know what I'm saying? It's catchy, yo.
Hell
and
yeah.
like even
That whole album is infectious.
it is, you know. And here's the thing though, is that after I heard that track, I looked everywhere I could around the internet to find any other track that had Travis Scott and Quavo together. So when Suda over here was like, "Yo, they're doing an album together," I'm like, "What?
Yo,
Rocky?"
oh
You know,
yeah,
I'm like, eh?
fucking yo.
Yeah,
I
we
love
listened
the
to the whole
song
thing.
"Wasted." Like when the recorder harmony comes in.
Yeah.
Yo, shit. Yeah, and then he's like, "I've been wasted all night, wasted all night."
I will say one of the worst outros of all time is on that album, though. In my opinion, I think "Best Friend" is terrible, bro.
Yeah.
But everything else is so
Oh,
good.
Best
like,
Man.
Best
Oh,
man.
Best
Yeah,
Man,
Yeah,
not
you're right,
Best
you're right,
Friend.
Best man. You
But
know?
that's exactly how I feel about it. Like it should be called "Best Friend." It's kind of like just really corny, like over the top. Like, hey,
Black
listen,
and
let's
Chinese.
It's
just-
like, hey, we came from here, but now look at us, we're friends.
It's like the same shit Drake did on "Started from the Bottom." It's like that kind of
God.
corny feeling. You know what I
That
mean?
corny feeling.
Where at the end of the day, it's not the worst song ever written, but it's just like, oh my god, you
Oh
know,
my God, man.
it's like you guys can do better than this. You guys, look what you're capable of.
I done been the dad, been the bit. I'm a boom man. I don't know. I just wanted to fucking drink.
yeah, mama built a saint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mama wanna talk to me. It's something like Kendrick
No, that's
now.
a Travis
Yeah,
Scott.
I'm gonna do my thing.
Where is Kendrick Lamar?
What's he doing?
It's been
He's hiding.
It's been. You know what? And here's something that I've been keeping within my thoughts for a long time. I don't think the public is demanding Kendrick Lamar like that anymore. Now, before you guys talk, let me just explain. I
agree though.
I don't like. Yeah, he has hit making potential. He made songs like "Humble," but they're not demanding a "To Pimp a Butterfly" Kendrick Lamar anymore. And I think Kendrick Lamar is having a hard time adapting to the newest climate of hip hop, at least within the direction it's going in. Whereas every artist that we've listened to so far has found a way to navigate through how fresh it's becoming, or just adapting to the certain style of it. I think the reason why we haven't heard from Kendrick, even though he's well capable of doing these kinds of songs, he's always chasing to do something different. But what can he really do now that would really kind of shift the landscape? I mean,
G-Funk.
Here's the thing.
Well, he's been doing that.
He's been doing what?
G-Funk. He's
Oh,
been doing
well-
that for a minute.
Yeah, no,
wait,
no,
hold
he's
on now.
been-
Wait, I'm thinking about what was that old '90s style that Dre had? Was that called G-Funk?
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, he hasn't necessarily done G-Funk, but like, I mean,
Yeah.
he takes
Hold
heavy
on.
inspiration.
But hold on
Wait,
now.
yeah, yeah.
I want to hear opinions from both of you now when I ask this question. Do you think the reason why we haven't heard new Kendrick Lamar as of late, album-wise, do you think it's because he hasn't been able to adapt to hip-hop's current climate today?
I think it has to do more with the fact that every Kendrick album has so far been a story. You know what I mean? About his life. Like, it's been like his life up until this point. And to transition into that from Damn, where it was like, it was a story, it had a cohesive meaning, but it was definitely way more pop oriented and less about storytelling and more about like the feeling at the time he was feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, it's probably my least favorite out of his most recent albums. But I think he's at a point right now, like after Damn, like where do you go? Like, do you just keep bringing on the pop, or do you go back, you find your roots? Do you go back to like make another Good Kid type of album? You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, I got more. Like, what more does he have to talk about now that he's like considered one of the best rappers of all time?
And you know what? If I was Kendrick Lamar, like listen, and I don't mean this in an insulting way. I like to talk about things assuming that the artist would listen. So before, or just anybody who's just a big fan, before I say any of this, I'm not insulting the man by saying this, but if I was to be like in Kendrick Lamar's shoes trying to write to today's climate, it would be something more of the fact how he feels juxtaposed to a lot of the competition that is out there. I feel like that would heavily weigh on him, our culture. I mean, when I was hanging out with my friend yesterday, we were looking at a lot of No Jumper videos, and every rapper that Adam seems to bring on, the first thing he talks about is their pill addiction. Like, I feel like that's the drug of the era right now, is just pills and just rapping about it and lean and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I had an epiphany last night, and it wasn't because of the edible. I had an epiphany last night in my normal thoughts, where I was just like, and call me old, but like, we glorify it so much. We glorify lean and like pill addiction so much, and I myself have had real people really affected by that shit, and it's affected me.
Really?
I haven't consumed.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Not like that anyway.
That.
All right,
A little sippy sip.
That's not something I'm willing to get into.
In my sippy cup.
But it's kind of my point, though. We glorify that culture,
Right.
and we embrace it, which I think is like a problem. And Kendrick Lamar is always the guy to kind of do to kind of be different. So
he's always been a straight edge rapper.
Why would he resort to rapping in that like kind of? I mean, look, I don't know where his life is. He's probably really depressed, taking antidepressants. I don't know what his life is, but I'm just saying, like, how do you adapt to today's rap climate when all these rappers are like this? Knowing where he started out from, when Drake and J. Cole and Travis Scott and A$AP Rocky, when they were all coming out, I mean, hip hop in a way, I mean, they were making cutting edge music, all of them, but it was just different. Like, they weren't always rapping about drugs. They just wanted to like kind of get their life out in the open and tell a story about their personal things. The only person that was really rapping about drugs like that was A$AP Rocky, but that's because he was heavily inspired by the DJ Screw sound in Houston.
I mean, here's the thing: obviously you guys are more, Kendrick aficionados than I am, but like the way, at least from what I've seen from him, I mean, like before I get at my full point, I want to ask you guys this question, and depending on how you answer it, then I think my point will be congruent. But would you say, or cohesive? Now, would you guys say that Kendrick Lamar isn't someone who likes to be in like pop culture spotlight, or would you say that he does, so he doesn't mind it?
It seemed at first he wasn't. It seemed like he's been more open to it in the past few years.
Okay.
Like he's done commercials and stuff now, but it took him a long time to do that.
Because I was gonna say, well, maybe he's not into like the fame thing. Maybe he wants to like take a break from the spotlight a little bit. I don't know. Like, it could be that too.
Also, Kendrick has, and although he's not like the he's not top dog, so he's not like the leader of his label.
Yeah.
Kendrick is still the guy that I feel like he's the guy that kind of makes the show run.
I think he has been doing a lot behind the scenes. that's not to say that I don't think he's doing
Also,
nothing.
you want to talk about length of time and you want to talk about TDE as a label? Let's talk about SZA. When's the next SZA album?
I was thinking about that too, because I was listening to Control just the other day, and I'm like, what a fantastic and nuanced
Facts.
debut
Lately, I've
album.
been thinking about people and albums like Outkast, and I've been thinking about SZA in the shower for some reason. Like it'll pop in my head both times. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna think about SZA in the shower, no cap.
Okay,
But, like,
all
My
right.
man, my man.
Nah, but for real, like I don't know. I was thinking about that in the shower, but yeah, no.
All right, get on with your fucking
I
point.
lost my train of thought there. My bad. I'm shuffling
All
shit
right,
around over here.
I was like, listening to Control's nuanced depth album. You were like listening to SZA in the shower. What's next?
No, I was just saying it's been a while for her too. Like Kendrick's label's been taking kind of a hit, so I don't know if he's stepping back to be like, I don't want to be the only one that's making money for the label right now. Because without that, think about it. Like, who else is making money for that label?
That's an interesting way to see that.
And it's unfortunate because there's a lot of great underdogs working with Kendrick's troupe.
And
like Isaiah Rashad, I think is one of like the most talented rappers out there. I just don't think he's
right.
given.
Kendrick isn't the only artist I'm waiting on in TDE, but being one of the more popular ones, I'm kind of wondering where he at because
Where been?
ASAP dropped his end of the decade album. Drake dropped his. J. Cole dropped his.
Q dropped in his own label.
Yeah,
Schoolboy Q.
Schoolboy Q dropped his. Even J Rock dropped his. All these rappers had. Not saying that you have to have it, but I mean, shit. I would really like some new Kendrick to just to reminisce on.
You want to know what
Good
I think
or
would,
bad.
what would be smart for Kendrick? I think he should honestly do like one or two more albums and then just kind of call it quits and just do features, kind of like pulling Andre 3000. Because if you set yourself up, it's like, let me take you an example. I had a friend that was like, I've won 100% of every scratch-off ticket that I've ever scratched since I turned 18. It's like, really? You won every single one? You must be really lucky. And he's like, nah, I just scratched one. And I won. So since then, I haven't played it. So now I can say I've won the lottery 100% of the time, every time I played. So you can look at it like that, where it's like
Interesting.
the way that Andre 3000 set himself up. I mean, you could look at Idlewild and you can be like, okay, that's not a fantastic album. But there's still some like
Disgusting.
Andre didn't underperform. I just think it was just like what the situation was and the beats on there and just the feeling. Like the
My
tone.
gripe with
They
him
were
is
also in the
whenever he
midst of
decided
breaking
to,
up during that time.
But yeah, and my gripe with Andre on that album was more so of his singing. Like whenever this dude sang, it was just it ripped my ears.
But honestly, even Outkast fans don't even like. I don't think we really even consider that an album as much as like a soundtrack anyway.
Yeah,
like, it's just really
exactly.
like nobody goes back and thinks about their final album
No.
because it was there. It's like kind of trying to say that Kendrick's most recent album was the Black Panther soundtrack.
But I don't think Kendrick should end at damn. I feel like we need new Kendrick. And look, sometimes when it comes to artists like Kendrick, who really, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, regardless of my opinion or others, like the proof is in the pudding in sales and critical acclaim that he's done his job, in terms of dropping music. But sometimes people need to grow in order to make music. Even if that means you have to have a mediocre come out, we'll know that the next one will be good after you learn from that kind of experience. I mean,
hopefully.
In your case, Kanye, look at Danny Brown, who you said even made average look good, but the album was still average nonetheless. Sometimes artists need to have that one album where they kind of dip a little, but their next one comes around and you look at it differently. Jay-Z with Magna Carta, and then you listen to 444,
Right.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie though, man, because bringing it back to like to Migos and Quavo and shit. I mean, when Culture One came out, that was awesome. There was honestly some really unique trap songs on there that had like a surprising amount of depth, especially with like songs like with the price and things like that. It really brought some nice substance to trap. But then Culture 2 comes out and takes a massive shit over what they did on the first thing. And honestly, I can't say I'm excited for Culture 3. If there's gonna be a Culture 3 or some other like nonsense that's 48 Chris Brown tracks, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. I want to be excited because I want to have that.
I already
Culture
said it
One
in
vibe.
our last Posse cut. Fucking, I do not enjoy this era of streaming when it comes to artists putting out albums that make over
James
25 tracks. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it was my issue with Drake on Scorpion. I thought he did it good in More Life, and I thought Janae Aiko did it just as good in Trip. But I mean, any other artist that tried to replicate it, like the Migos, like shit, it just failed 100%. Chris Brown failed 100%.
Speaking of Janae, I think didn't she just drop an album?
I think.
Yeah, I
She's
think
doing
she just
something.
came out with a new album.
I'll look that up right now. Did you hear what Big Sean said about Janae Aiko?
Oh, what do you say?
Big
Talking
Sean,
shit?
Big Sean said I made Janae Aiko climax 9 times in a day.
Ooh, Man,
Honestly,
I
I'm not
wanted
gonna
to,
lie
kidding
though.
me?
I mean, big props to Big Sean if that's true, because Janae is like wife material. 100%,
yeah, times 10.
He's just putting out that big dick energy,
which
I
is
fuck with it.
totally fine. But at the end of the day, it's like if anybody's gonna climax 8 times in a day or 9 times in a day, it's gonna be Janae Ago. I feel like she's got like all her chakras aligned. You know what I'm saying?
It's legit, yeah.
She's probably like practicing Kama Sutra. You know what I mean? Like I follow her on Instagram and she's always like, I'm out in the wilderness, you know, sucking like nectar from the trees of
Sucking
life.
nectar.
From the flower dick.
No, honestly, you know what? You're right though, because recently I was doing some more research on Janae Ago, right? And I found one of her videos on YouTube where I guess they were like following her, like see how her morning routine. And I'm like, yo, she has this like purified water in her bathroom. She's got like all this. Like,
I will say I love her and I love like the vibe and the mood and what she talks about, but like I also watch those videos of Janae. She's always posting shit, and I'm like, she's so far removed from society,
right
at this point in time.
I don't know if it's a bad
like,
thing though, but
Yo, man, listen to that album Trip. Like she kind of, like she.
I haven't heard it.
Oh, great album. It feels like a movie. It feels like a colorful movie, and like she's roaming into the forest in the sea of trees, which in Japanese folklore is pretty much not folklore, but in Japanese lore, that's where people go to commit suicide.
I hate North Koreans.
And yeah, so the sea of trees, she's exploring the sea of trees, trying to find out where she went wrong in her life and her relationships for her child. And it's just like
Sounds deep.
yeah, she can't really like take it.
Yeah.
So like she
She
ponders suicide a lot in Trip, but obviously she'll have songs saying like, oh, like, you know, the drugs helped her out and she's trying to find new things. She even made a song to kind of correct herself with her kid. Like
It's called Trip.
yeah, it's called Trip. It's a beautiful, beautiful record.
Put that on my Spotify.
Yeah, she had that kid really young because that kid's kind of. I think that kid's a preteen right now.
Now, how
or
old is
something.
she?
Janae? I think
Yeah.
she's in her 30s.
Really?
But yeah,
Yeah.
She look man young.
probably in her late 30s actually. I think
No.
she just she just looks really good. She takes care of herself.
Damn.
But that goes back to the
I'll look
point
up
I was
her age
making.
right now.
Go for it, homie.
But that's the point I was making earlier is that I think she's so far removed
She's
from
31.
society.
She's
Oh,
young. She's 31.
Okay. But yeah, that I mean even then cuz I mean that kid, her kid must be like 11 or 12 now at the least.
2017.
I could be wrong. But that means that she had it real young, you know.
Yeah. And Janae didn't come out with a new album, by the way. She came out with a single called None of Your Concern.
Yes, I hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't listened to the track, but if I had to assume anything, it's because Big Sean got a lot of buzz off of saying that. So, you know,
I'm not
kind of
gonna-
none of your
It's
concern.
so weird because she's been promoting the single, but then she had a picture with Big Sean when she was promoting the single. So unless if Big Sean said this in the last like day or two.
He has.
Oh. He fucked it up, man. He could have got back with her. Cuz I know they were split up for a minute now.
Were they really?
Yeah.
It almost looks like they're reunited now.
I mean, maybe they're just continuing, like maybe they're just friends and they're continuing like the what's their project, like 2088 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which I mean, in my opinion,
Not my favorite ever.
I still hate Big Sean for
I
putting.
think it was put on my worst of the year list.
I still hate Big Sean for putting the song "Ass" into existence. Ass. Horrible. Ass. It's just garbage. It's booty hole. It's a major booty hole, homie. Like
it's bad.
discolored booty hole, like brown.
But I will
Around
say
like a
though,
white
Big
surface.
Sean,
Nicki
Big
Minaj
Sean,
in that music video, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will say Big Sean has made good music though.
Oh yeah. Was this that one? Is a
Yeah,
fucking sin.
he hasn't made the one yet, in my opinion, though.
I'm the one. Yeah.
In fact, like my only favorite Big Sean project out there is Detroit, and that came out in 2011 as a mixtape.
Damn.
Yeah,
a while back.
Really? You don't even like I Decided like that? Because I fuck with I Decided.
I decided I give like a 7. Like it's probably the most cohesive and thought out Big Sean project, but he can do so much better. I know he can. He just won't allow himself.
Yeah, I bet you got to take a piss real soon, Brendan.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, right. Okay, I'm probably gonna jinx myself, but right now I'm fine. But watch a minute
'Cause
later.
you drink so much fucking water.
I
Like,
have to,
you're just
bruh.
done with your second bottle in the last half hour.
I have to, bruh. Fucking, I gotta stay hydrated, my dude.
Yeah, man.
And I've only
I
had.
will say, I think you are a little too scared
Water's
about this
good.
diabetes thing. And
No,
that's
no,
just me looking at you like it's good that you're
No,
being
diabetes
prepared.
is a real thing, yo.
No,
I remember.
homie.
I remember seeing my boy Adam in the nurse's office, and this dude's looking paler than a motherfucker, like sweating. Like I swear to God, he's gray from head to toe. And I whisper to him from out in the hallway. I'm like, what happened? What happened? And he's like, I don't know, man. I ate a Twix and everything went to shit.
No, I'll put it this way, because for me, like, because I've been drinking a lot of this water even before I got told about.
ill from eating a Twix.
Oh God!
I
No,
will
look.
say, bro, if I'm gonna get deathly ill, it's gonna be because I ate a Twix.
Fuck yeah,
Like
dude.
that's gonna be on record.
No, but here's the thing:
It's
is
like
How'd he
what's
die?
his- what's
oh,
his
he ate a
face?
Twix.
It's like what's his face, Lil Xan with the Cheetos.
oh no,
He overdosed on Cheetos.
Yo,
Wait,
no
excuse me?
cap, no cap. This is a hot take right here, but listen, I like her most recent music, but Billie Eilish looks like the girl version of Lil Xan. I'm just gonna say it.
no, you're not wrong though. You're not wrong.
But
you
I
know-
think she's infinitely more talented.
Yes.
Come on.
yes. I know. I'm not gonna lie. Did you watch her
Are you
interview?
kidding?
Did you watch her interview?
If
Dude,
doors
her
if
SNL
doors creaking
performance.
I didn't see that. Was it
if
good?
doors creaking could be an album, that would be a fucking Lil Xan album.
Yeah. But yo, nah.
Yo,
her
fuck Ebro. Fuck Ebro in the morning.
What do you say about Lil Xan?
Nothing. I saw this Kodak Black interview yesterday. And I fucking listen, I think Kodak Black's like the next Gucci Mane. And listen, I'm not Kodak Black's biggest fan, but in this Ebro interview, yo, he is such a fucking bullshitter. He doesn't use these artists to talk about the music anymore. He just wants to fucking get them. And it's like when he talks, and listen,
Well, he's got to compete with Joe Budden, and he's got to compete with what's his name.
yeah, I know, but they're doing it so much better. That like I think the Breakfast Club is more popping only because of Charlemagne, but Charlemagne actually asked like good, tough questions, and for whatever it's worth, Ebro does too. But he asked them in such the wrong way where it's like Kodak Black's like, you know, I wish you guys didn't ask so much bullshit. I wish you guys would talk about the music, and then he got up and left.
Really?
Yeah, this was like a while ago.
Oh.
This is like during the promotion for Testimony.
Oh.
And fucking he was like, oh, we take sexual assault seriously, so we want to know, did you fuck with that girl or not?
Ooh.
And he was
Ooh.
already undergoing a court case about that. And the reason why I was watching this interview is because Kodak Black is now going in for 4 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit,
and
man.
I don't know if you read what the judge said, but he was like, see, there's people who make dumb decisions, but you've been making dumb decisions since you were 15.
Woo.
Because the fucking DA was trying to put him in for fucking 8. Damn. And he got 4. And he's still undergoing that court case for the sexual assault allegations.
Oh,
So
no.
who's to say when he gets out in 4 years, they're not going to already walk him right the fuck back in?
Oh, jeez.
He's going to be a man that's going to be going through the system for a long time. And Ebro knows this. So when he asked that sexual assault question, he tried to get him, even though he was doing a fucking radio interview that he rarely shows up for, to talk about the one album that he come out with, being sober, being clean, and actually displaying his demons on the front page. Because like it even shows him being baptized on the album cover. And he's trying to deviate from that so that he can fix the narrative on himself. But when he brought up sexual assault, even though that is a hot topic, the fact that he bullshitted his way through that interview all the way to the end just to ask Kodak Black that question is bad journalism. It's bad mannerism, and it's ultimately disrespectful. And Ebro does this with a lot of artists. He does this with all the artists, even the newer acts, who can actually rap their asses off.
Yeah, when I
But
saw
you don't see their point of view.
when I saw him fucking with Lil Yachty back in the day, I mean, I know since then he's kind of come back and shown appreciation for Lil Yachty or given him respect. But
Yeah.
when I saw that he was shitting on Lil Yachty for like not listening to Tupac and stuff like that,
Jeez, how
I was
generic.
pissed off because like
How
I'll be
generic.
honest with you guys, at the end of the day, I think Tupac's a fine rapper.
He's
but I don't-
fine.
Yeah.
He's not like a legend in my
Listen,
opinion. He's
let's
fine.
just get down to the brass tactics, bro. And this is no fucking cap. And I love '90s rap, but nobody wants to listen to that shit anymore. I swear to God, no one wants to. I don't even want to listen to that shit anymore. And I fucking love it. I'm very influenced by Andre, Tribe Called Quest, Biggie, Big L, Big Pun. I'm influenced by all of them, but I'm not trying to hear their shit anymore. I want to see what these new rappers have to bring. And I'm not going to delve into this topic, Kanye, because I know I'll only go on about it for hours, and I'm only going to say it once. But hip hop's currently in its punk phase right now, and that's what it is, and that's what it's going to stay for right now. And Lil Yachty's not trying to rap over these fucking boom bap '90s beats. We have fucking 808s. That's the new shit. That's the new flavor. And we can
I will
make,
say, though,
we can
I
make
will
different
say-
things from the 808s.
I
I'm
will
not trying
say,
to hear
though,
that shit.
Kodak
that.
Black, one of his most popular songs, is over a '90s beat, though. Just gonna throw that out there.
I mean, look, I'll put it
Tricks on
this
Me.
way: is that I feel like there is a nice charm for '90s beats, but yeah, you're right though. I think it definitely. I'm not sure if it can work too much nowadays. If it was like brought back, I don't know,
Bro, they're
but-
saying shit just in a different way. Just because
Yeah.
it doesn't resonate to like the cohesive narrative storytelling that you were used to by Nas, doesn't mean that it doesn't convey a message either way. Look at YNW Melly, even though he's locked up in jail. He made
Yeah.
a very fucking compelling
Dude, I just
song.
showed you Melly, and you were really fucking with it the
I-
other night. That was the guy that was that kind of confessed the murder on his
Oh
song. Yeah.
shit! Actually, you know what? He has a little brother, right?
Melly, I don't know, but he's got wine. Like he's
Because
got a crew.
I found this kid who was talking. Whose name YNW with a B, and he's like a little like 12-year-old. And I think he was talking about how this dude's his brother, and he has like this like pop trap stuff that he's doing.
Really?
I'm not sure they're related or not, but his name starts with YNW as well. And he's talking about Melly in his songs, stuff like that. So
Yeah. Well, I mean,
know.
it's
That's
a
another
crew,
thing.
you know.
That's another thing too.
What?
These fucking sleazy, slimy radio journalists think that they really know the fucking music shit, knowing that they need them to have their fucking ratings pop off.
Woo! Preach it.
So
Preach it.
But you want to tell their story about the bad shit. And look, sexual assault is fucking serious.
Right.
All right, I'm a advocate against that shit. I understand, but that's not something you bring up when somebody is releasing a compelling album. I'm sorry, that is just my hot take on it. It's not going to be the best opinion, but that's my opinion.
I mean, I can certainly appreciate that. I mean, what I will say though is that now I haven't listened to the Ebro interview, but from the way you described it, I mean, I'm not opposed to that being brought up, but I feel like it would have been better if he.
They're so
would,
quick to turn their backs on these artists, though. Is what I'm saying. They
Well,
don't.
yeah, well, that's the
they,
case.
they
then
don't hear
fuck
their
'em,
side.
yeah.
Their side of the story. They hear it from word of mouth.
Yeah,
they're not the
gossip
first
shit,
ones
yeah.
to report it.
Yeah.
They go on their little. They do their little Google searches like we do.
Yeah.
And they go based off of another article that somebody else wrote that may or may not even be able to prove it.
Yo, got you. Yo, Kodak, I see from Business Insider that apparently you ate 4 scorpions in your asshole. Yeah, totally, homie. No, but I don't know, man.
Speaking of that, I mean, back in when I was in college, when I went to OC, I think it was 2015. I was in a music. I was taking my major was music business, so I was taking a music business like 101 class or whatever. And one of the projects was at the end of the year is that you have to interview somebody in the industry, whether it's just an artist that performs locally or it's all the way up into like if you can, obviously if
That's
you can.
another thing. They don't big up these new artists. They
Yeah,
don't big up
well,
Saba
that's the thing that
or
I want-
JID.
Exactly.
They barely have Joey Badass on anymore. What
Really?
about Flatbush Zombies?
Yeah. And you know what's fucked too? I mean, if you want to talk about Saba, is that Apple like stuck their neck out for Saba because he
Yeah.
was working for Chance, but now it seems like he'll get like a month of publicity and then that's it. But
That's
then
a
they'll
shame.
keep playing the same bullshit
It's a
music.
damn shame.
And speaking of bad journalism and doing little Google searches of something that I had to report on, you guys don't know him, but this new hot rapper right now, ABG Neal, who's a rapper in New York, got jumped the other day by 6 kids beating him with sticks, and
What is this, Joker?
actually no, 7 people beating him with sticks. And the video is very graphic. You see blood all over his face. They're pulling on his braids. And like they're snatching him right off his scalp and shit. They're taking yeah, like fucking. He was like, "Please, bro, stop." And he goes, "There is no please." And then they fucking took his Balenciaga sneakers off and ran away with them. Shit.
Did we talk about this on the podcast or did we just have like a solo? Because I think we did talk about this at one point.
I think we had a solo about it, but I just wanted to report
Yeah.
that because he had an IG video because. You talk about fans trying to glorify shit. He goes, "Oh, bro, you snap. You're soft. You should have did something." He goes, "Bro, I'm not going. First off, I'm not fucking Luke Cage. I'm not gonna go up against 7 people and get myself hurt. And plus, if I retaliate, I'm gonna shoot at the motherfuckers. And that's the one thing I'm not gonna go to jail to be y'all entertainment." And I thought that was a smart thing to say. I mean, because what rapper would? Who are the fans to assume that they themselves would have done something? A bunch of fucking goofy ass 12-year-olds thinking that they can go up against 7 people, even though a single one of them hasn't even been fucking touched.
Look, man, I got an enemy on my side,
It's
right?
like, oh, you snap, bro, you saw.
Got
I'm like,
an enemy.
it's 7 people in a real life adult situation. You got to be calm
Yeah.
to the best of your ability. You got to protect yourself, and you got to be safe. And he has a lot of heat around him. Like even at fucking Rolling Loud, the fucking feds were on top of him. They wanted to see where he would slip up, where he wouldn't, and he didn't. and he's just another dude that they're trying to put in the system right now.
Jesus Christ, dude. You know, fucking, I'm trying to see about this guy who I mentioned, this other young dude. Oh yeah, it's his name.
Do you get that though?
Yeah.
I mean, why if you're just listen, you can be an artist at the end of the day, but what fans tend to forget is that they're still people. So I mean, if this is happening to you, how would you retaliate in a way where it wouldn't get you in jail? You know, you can't jeopardize your well-being and get yourself locked up behind bars for the sake of retaliation off of some small time shit that ain't even really about that. They just kind of fucked them up for clout.
Well, it's a tough situation because you look at it like, I don't know how much money this guy makes or how much clout he has or like what kind of shows he's performing at. But I mean, when you become a certain successful artist, especially in the hip hop game, like you should probably be getting yourself some sort of private security. So I would say, I mean, that's really the only line
That's
of
another
defense
thing you
have.
mentioned too. He was like, sometimes I can't even get security because trouble seems to find him. So he was pretty much walking around New York alone, which was a big mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the guy's name, the young one I talked about, his name was YNW Beastline.
Okay.
What do you call it? And he actually did a song with YNW Melly. Apparently, it's called "Dying for You." You know, so apparently they did shit together. But I still have to verify if they're related or not. Because he was talking about him as if it was his brother. But I don't know if it's just like figurative because they were from the same neighborhood or actual like family shit. You know,
Probably, I'm guessing it's probably just like they're part of the same YNW crew. But
But,
also,
it's a crew.
yeah, it's a crew of people.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you see like a YNW, you see like an
Or
NBA.
like YBN.
Yeah, or YBN or NBA or whatever, because Young Boy and yeah, it's usually that's like a crew.
Yeah, I'm into this whole rap shit.
But
I
yeah,
know
no. I mean, getting back to the security thing, yeah, I mean, when it really comes down to it's tough because I mean, the shit that you talk about and the places that you come from are a lot harder to escape than people realize. You know, a lot of people actually get into the industry because they think like, I mean, there's a lot of talented people that don't get into the industry, but a lot of people get into the industry thinking like this can be the answer to all of my problems. And I think a good somebody that talked about that a lot was actually Kendrick when he was talking about that on To Pimp a Butterfly, when he was like, when I came home, he said like, you know, kind of drama followed him. You know what I'm saying? And then he had to come back home and face it all again.
Well, what people don't seem to understand is that some of these rappers don't even rap just to get rich. They find it as a way out.
Yeah.
Exactly is the
You know,
point I was trying to make.
It's damaged goods walking around. So you live in a life of such hardship and poverty, and you know you risk losing your life every day. If you're talented at rapping, you rap and you get yourself out of that situation. And maybe the labels fuck you over and give you a lesser cut than they do, but now you have more money than the rest of your folks that you at least came out with a $40,000 check in your hand. You can get a new car, you can get a new apartment, somewhere safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then expand on your own shit, you know, in due time.
You know, it's a lot to do with honesty.
I wish it was without contractual obligation, but that's just the way the world works.
Mm-hmm. But it all has a lot to do with honesty. It's like when you get into the hip hop game, especially a lot of these younger artists that are coming back. You know, earlier when you said that rap is kind of going through its punk phase right now, I would even argue that rap is kind of was in a punk phase for the last 5 years, but it's starting to kind of come back around again because even the people that are adopting trap, the trap sound that was once just considered raw punk. And there's even some artists that are still kind of late to the game and they're still putting out fucking bangers, and it's some shit that would have sounded good 5 years ago too. Like I think Comethazine would have sounded just as good 5 years ago in my opinion. That being said,
I don't know. I think it's expanded upon now. Like since X's death, I feel like people try to go harder. Like
I'm
And because of
no,
that,
I'm
like
not gonna lie to
Ski
you though.
Mask.
Here's what I will say is that I do feel like, you know, when you had like those intense tracks that X did, or like your Scarlords, honestly, I feel like rap is kind of, you know, going through its sort of like, I don't know if you want to call it like a new metal phase, you know, but you know what I'm talking about, the rap metal shit, right? Where like where they had the extra edge to it. Now, I would say the only difference though is that the cons of new metal were like lyrics, where it was more of like whiny bullshit, whereas with this, it's, you know, like if you're gonna talk about like the most common things, like what you talked about earlier, Alex, about how they're just talking going off about lean and drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Pills
but,
especially.
and popping pills every day. You know, so I don't know. So I guess it's kind of, I would say it's more of like a new metal phase because a lot of these rappers too are having like their hair dyed. They got like some makeup on. They got some stuff like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that shit went on in the punk phase too. Like they were doing some freaky shit with it, and a lot of rappers, like even Trippie Redd, like
you're right, yeah,
he's doing like some freaky shit with it. And
I do want to talk about Scarlords. So let's get into that. But before we do that, I want to go back to the punk phase. Like the point I was trying to make though, is that now that I think they're taking that just because of the fact that like they're taking the things that you could consider punk for rap music, like they're taking that raw trap sound, they were taking the non-orchestrated kind of mess and turning it into an orchestrated fucking symphony. You know what I'm saying? They're taking that, and I think because they're expanding upon it and they're delving deeper, like I mean, even looking at people like Melly, you listen to his lyrics in his song, it's like he's a lyrical rapper, but he's doing it in the tone of somebody that's adopting like that southern trap kind of simplicity. You know what I mean?
It could have been the way he wanted to rap though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just saying,
opposite.
but like because that's happening now, I'd say that it's more or less. I think we're kind of transitioning. Like I don't know if it's necessarily punk anymore because it's because so many great artists are jumping in and kind of experimenting with it, and then the people that brought it to the forefront are kind of branching out of it now.
Right.
So it's kind of like
I don't know. I feel like it's 50-50 because I don't know if you listen to Carbonated Water by Ski Mask, but that shit goes fucking hard.
I mean, honestly,
I mean, there's still going to be people that
And you know,
go back, you know.
Comethazine dropped Bosky 3.5. That shit was fucking hard. You got Gunna who's out here. Shit.
I mean, honestly, but I'm not sure if this because when you're talking about punk, I mean, I'm not sure if any rappers are still in this kind of phase, but remember, like a subgenre of of punk music is emo, and there's definitely a healthy amount of emo trap out there as well, where it's like your Juice WRLD.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not calling what their genre is doing punk. It's just
the attitude, right?
It's the attitude,
retaliation.
Like
Right. I know what you mean. Yeah,
the rebellious nature, the attitude, the defiantness.
But I think it is curious though that we have that for that.
Those moods are still like very prevalent.
Oh no,
even
but it
5
fits
years
though.
later.
No, you're right though. It fits, and just
like that
how,
wasn't the attitude back in the 90s or the early 2010s or the early 2000s. Like that just wasn't the attitude up until now.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, totally. I mean, and here's
A lot of these rappers are just like, fuck you. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And
Yeah.
by the way, I do pills.
And there you go. It feels, and here's the thing is that, but now in terms of like the emo stuff, I mean, because you can even hear it in a lot of the ways that they sing. They take Juice WRLD, for example. Like a lot of his melodies.
That's a good example.
Yeah, like a lot of his melodies do sound like things you would hear in like a 2006 Hawthorne Heights album.
Oh,
or
yeah.
you definitely tell he has influence, from emo music.
I mean, shit, X had a lot of influence from Slipknot.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
Yeah.
Trippie Redd too, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
oh my god.
And, for whatever it's worth, fucking 6ix9ine to some extent.
Yeah, I would say he had more of that.
I'm gonna debate that.
Ooh.
No, I want to debate that.
What?
I'm gonna say you're right, but you're wrong. I'm gonna say not 6ix9ine. I'm gonna say
That means I'm wrong.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say it's Zilla Kami through 6ix9ine.
All right. But how did 6ix9ine start out, though?
He started off completely different.
He started off with Zilla Kami and So Smooth.
That's what I'm
I didn't hear
saying.
that. I
But
didn't hear
Zilla
that.
Kami wrote his shit, and Zilla Kami told him like, "Yo, bro, no, you gotta fucking scream this shit."
But he did it like that. He did it.
That's
like,
all
but
I'm saying,
I
but, like,
think
I'm gonna
he's.
say-
I think
I don't-
6ix9ine is
I'm not
familiar
giving-
with that music.
I don't think I'm not gonna give 6ix9ine. I don't want to give 6ix9ine that full credit. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, just because I don't think Zilla Kami gets any credit, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna give it all to Zilla Kami.
Gaddy.
Because I mean, City Morgue is pretty fucking insane.
But I will say though, now I did hear. Okay, so there's one song I forgot the artist's name because they're kind of mediocre in my opinion. But there actually was about half a year ago, like people like there was one rapper.
I just keep thinking of Smoke Perp right now.
There you go. But like there was this one
I
rapper.
don't know you know me, bitch. In
Ooh.
the kitchen cooking heat, bitch.
Daddy, Daddy wanna roll it.
Yo,
No,
I need a drop. Came with a drop. Yo,
Whoop,
that
whoop.
shit was fucking fire.
I
No,
think
but-
I think
no, but-
Audi is still one of the hardest fucking.
but here's the
I
thing
don't
though.
know
is that,
friends on
like,
what Audis.
No.
Smoking on booth in his Maui.
Boo, what you gonna do when I'm gonna pull up on you? No, but here's
Shut
the
the
thing.
fuck up. You have not listened to one Smoke
Yeah,
Perp
I
track.
haven't. No.
Talk about
But-
going downhill.
Okay, wait, hold on now. I'm
Smoke
trying to make a
Perp.
point. No. Here's the thing: is that
That
because I
Star 2 is
really,
still coming out.
because I really hope, I really pray that
I'm
no
gonna pray
one.
for that one.
I really pray that no one. Well, one that can finish the point. No, but I really pray. I really pray.
Go ahead,
No,
motherfucker,
fuck
talk.
you, piece of shit. No, you with your blue tip. But
My blue tip.
Your blue tip, homie.
Oh, you're talking about the microphone. You're
That's
not,
right.
you're not talking about my actual tip.
Oh, God forbid, homie. No, but here's the
Oh,
thing,
you're talking
though.
about penis
is
heads.
that penis? No, here's the thing: is that
My shit's fucking black and blue.
black and Chinese came up at the trees. No,
It makes
so
you
here's the-
feel better. Mine's black and red.
My shit's fucking sandalwood and vanilla.
Oh my god. Okay, so here's the thing:
My
is
shit's
that
fucking
Yo,
cranberry
shout
and
out to the
oranges.
candles out there.
the
Yo,
wax and
that
shit.
ass, get
Yo.
yourself down to Yankee Candle. Get yourself a fucking candle.
My
man.
shit is a fucking fall harvest.
What the fuck, homie? No,
Man, I'm having a fall harvest in my pants right now.
My shit's fucking
Okay.
seaweed and apple
It's a little
oil.
chilly.
So
in
I
here.
really hope not. I really hope not. But
My shit's fucking.
so I honestly hope
Photosynthesis
that
and-
no
and
one.
waves.
All right, yo,
Hidden.
cran apple. Can you shut the fuck up right now? Let's let Brendan talk.
Holy shit.
Sorry, I just gotta compare my tip to a bunch of fucking candle waxes, because sometimes candle wax is my thing.
All right, there, Yankee
Sometimes I
Candle.
take a big fucking scoop of candle wax and I eat that
All right, there,
shit.
Scooby Doo. You know,
I
mean,
eat that.
What?
We all
No,
know
that's ain't random shit.
Scooby Doo.
Scooby fucking Doo.
We all know Reiner Revan was a inside Rob.
Rocky. No. Like, hold on, can't Scooby. Let's get out of here. No, but here's the thing, man.
Chinese's Kleist.
Oh my god. Hey, how you doing? No, all right. So, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
I'm a living potato.
Oh my god, potato. All right.
Oh,
So-
Rob Schneider is
A
carrot.
And the Academy Award for Best Actor goes to Rob Schneider.
Hey guys, Rob Schneider. Hey guys, hey. All right, no.
All right, Brendan, what were you saying?
Best
Yes.
supporting actor goes to David Spade. He's like, hi, I'm David Spade.
Okay.
Wow, you guys would never believe the traffic coming from the airport.
I fucking get you.
Fucking Leonardo DiCaprio winning Best Actor. Oh, we gotta save the polar bears.
Oh,
The
man.
polar bears.
We gotta save the ice capsules.
Nice capsules and shit. Okay.
World's End Party
so-
Plan is sponsored by
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Definitely
Save the
not.
fucking environment.
Yeah, basically. So here's the thing: is that I honestly hope to God, because I heard there was a thing where they actually went full on metal and rap mix recently. Actually, no, it was like a trap and metal mix, and I think it was some rapper with like August Burns Red or something like that. And no,
Are you talking
August-
about that guy? Oh man, what's his name? Young?
Meow.
I hope not.
No, it's not. What's
But-
it? Young Lean?
Maybe.
No, who's that? No, not Young Lean. Who the fuck is
We
that?
gotta have sound effects like.
But basically, here's the thing: is that now, while it wasn't horrible, I feel it gave me like horrible.
Oh wait,
vi-
are you talking about Vic Mensa?
Was
Because
it?
didn't Vic Mensa just do a punk album?
No. This is
Boo.
different. 'Cause the
Boo, Vic
video,
Mensa, boo.
they were in front of like a mansion. It was daytime. It had like Cadillacs, and it was really awkward and weird because you have a guy like in front of a Cadillac. It's fucking weird. But here's the thing: is that I really hope to God that no one takes it the way that they try to bring it, because it gave me vibes of like the worst of new metal back in the day,
Oh,
where like
they're going there, bro.
oh fuck me, dude.
It'll happen and be inevitable.
Look,
as
man.
long as it's an idea, there'll be a shitty idea.
Oh
you know?
my god.
Look,
'Cause,
I
now, here's
hope
the
it
thing-
doesn't come down to that, because I mean, there's a bunch of different artists that came out with very compelling albums this year that hopefully some people will take influence from and kind of take it to that direction. Like
Scarlord.
Scarlord,
Which,
JPEG
have you listened to
Mafia.
Scarlord?
Yo, what am I doing the most?
Actually,
Hey,
just
hooking up another
100%
ghost.
JPEG Mafia and fucking shit. JPEG Mafia.
Yeah, he's interesting, but
JPEG Mafia and JPEG Mafia, JPEG Mafia Facts, JPEG Mafia
JPEG
FAQs,
JPEG.
fucking
But here's the thing,
talk
though,
to JPEG Mafia on
is
Facebook
that-
Messenger.
oh my god, I hope not.
Did you say oh my gourd?
Oh my god.
Grimy
my
waifu.
God.
Oh my god, what was that?
Grimy waifu.
These
Grimy
bullets
waifu.
coming at you.
Ooh.
Take these bullets for me. That's my grimy waifu.
Ooh.
Waifu.
Waifu. You know?
I keep on talking into.
Yo,
Take
all
these
right.
bullets for me. That's my. Oh.
So here's the thing: is that I really, because I'm really afraid. Okay, I'm really afraid that it's gonna go down this really shitty
Now
rap
it's
metal
time
route.
for
I'm gonna
darkness.
I'm gonna fucking throw the. I'm gonna pick the world up. I'm gonna drop it on the fucking.
All right, Brennan, get to
All
your
right?
fucking point.
I'm
before
trying
I
to,
lose-
man. I keep hitting roadblocks.
Before
No,
I lose
but-
my fucking mind.
You know, this is the
Oh, that blew out the mic there for a second.
oh
There we
god,
go.
yes, oh god. All right, so Brian. No, here's the thing.
Oh,
Boy,
man, there's
read
gonna-
this.
I'm gonna really edit the shit out of this
my
episode.
God,
I'll
dude.
tell you what.
Yo, listen. Kratos talking to his kid though.
boy,
Boy.
read this.
Read this motherfucker.
Boy.
just because I don't show sympathy doesn't mean that I don't also miss your mother.
Boy.
Boy, suck this.
Boy, suck this, suck my kiss. Okay, no, so I don't know. I really, because I can
Was that a
appreciate.
Red Hot Chili Pepper song?
Basically, yes. Suck my kiss, my cleat rapping. Yeah, we're 90.
Okay, stop,
no.
Brennan, go.
No,
You
fuck
have the floor, Brennan.
With
It's
your
really
vapor
me that
penny.
has to stop because I'm doing
Yeah,
this on
you
purpose.
stop, dude. I know.
With your fucking vapor penny. No, so here's the thing, my raper. Here's the thing, man, is that
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
really
whoa, 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 whoa.
You
What did
trying
you
to-
say?
His vapor penny, homie.
Okay, all right, never mind.
My vapor.
He's not talking about you.
Let's
That's
talk
what you
about
ate.
cigarettes, baby.
He said paper pen.
Oh, this might be my favorite episode.
Okay, all right. So here's the thing. I am really afraid because I honestly feel like the more they try and dabble in the worst parts of rap metal, but mixing it with like trap and shit, I feel like it'd be
That won't happen.
I hope to God not. I really hope to God not.
No,
You
it
know,
will.
but
I'm sorry, it will.
like at some point,
That's
someone's
just the
gonna,
pessimist coming out of you.
someone's
I'm
gonna
just
fucking.
saying everything's possible, man.
Someone's
and it's
gonna
all
combine-
been possible.
But look, though, one thing this is why I wish in a way that the X was
It's
still,
possible, but the way that the direction of music is going, it's not going to allow it.
Brennan,
to.
you're a
It's
tech
becoming
guy.
more
What's-
and more experimental.
Brennan, you're the tech guy. What's that like the porn thing, like the Rule 49 or something?
Rule
Yeah, they were-
34.
Rule
Rule
34.
34.
Why would a tech guy
That's
know about
exactly
that?
like that with music. That's exactly like that with music, where
Explain.
it's like, oh, if there's a certain genre, expect people to butcher that genre.
That's fair.
No, dude, that's what I'm
mean-
saying. But that actually adds to my point because it's already embedded itself into so many other genres.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, is that I really wish. Here's the thing, is that I think that if someone like X was still alive, I think that someone like him could pull it off in some sort of
RPX,
way.
by the way.
There you go, triple X's. But here's the thing, is that
Don't you fucking
for all the-
disrespect.
Look, bro. I'm gonna give him some props. I don't do it too often, but I'm gonna give him some props here. Is that I feel like X really understood in a way, like the
No, he really understood. Keep it at that.
hold on, is that I felt like X had a decent understanding and comprehension of like that of the anger that you would find in like Slipknot back in the 90s and all these other new metal bands, right? Honestly, I really want there to be
Are you
some
trying to
sort
duet right now, Kanye?
I'm sorry, mama.
Bitch, I am up.
Yo,
Bitch, I am up. 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 Okay, Zans from Mandela. And from Mandela. Fellow bitch, she Spanish, speak no English, got no minutes.
I was thinking of Slipknot. I was thinking of a song.
Which one?
I won't be dead, misled ahead. I'll never break.
All these bitches fucking hoes, 10 toes,
All
never
right.
fall.
Speaking of Slipknot, that's the thing, because I really want there to be a rapper out there.
I just
can-
wanted to let you know that at that moment in time, I cut in the BYOB or the what's the System of a Down?
Yeah,
Where's
you
it?
got it.
Wake up.
No, I mean Chop Suey.
Yeah, Chop Suey.
know, I
just right
I
there.
don't
and
think you trust.
just in that moment of time when you were talking, like before, like you carried it into your conversation, I edited it right in there in post. So I just hope you know there's going to be a random wake up.
I cry when angels deserve to die.
Okay, let's not.
Okay, so my
let's
point-
stop with
For
the
the
lyrics.
dear ends, I
Commend my spirit, crawl into your hands. Why have you forsaken me? In your eyes forsaken.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
I'm a carrot.
It's 24 karat comedy. Rob Schneider is a carrot. Rated PG-13.
I performed Toxicity at a fucking karaoke bar in New York
That was
City.
a perfect place to come back in from that little break we just had because I'm editing all that shit
No,
out.
fuck.
No,
Okay,
no, you
so
gotta keep that in,
So I
bro. You
want
gotta
to
keep
try
a little
and
bit
finish.
in.
All right, so let me finish this point here.
Come on,
That
you
went
have
on
to.
for so long. I'm not
It did,
torturing
homie.
the people that want to listen to this.
Yo, all
with
right.
that.
Here's the thing: is that I really want there to be a rapper.
That's a part of the charm, bro.
That's fair.
Yeah, but no, you guys were just overloading the mic like
Yeah, we were,
crazy. It
definitely.
sounded like distorted mess.
Okay, so I really want there to be a rapper that can make a really weird experimental album with that mixture of with that metal influence, but maybe not necessarily in the guitars, but because I don't know if you guys have heard, Slipknot's self-titled album.
Listen to Veteran
Wait,
by JPEG Mafia.
Okay.
Listen to Veteran by JPEG Mafia. You'll get
Listen
everything
to
you
all
need.
of Scarlord's project, man.
Word, like
So
what the
because
fuck?
here's the thing though, is that because I really want there to be something that is as nuts and as crazy as like Slipknot's self-titled was.
So why not just listen to that album, man?
Is it that? Now, you've heard Slipknot's self-titled album, right? The whole thing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
The whole entire thing.
Yeah.
And,
Which
and,
one?
and you would say
That's the
that
one
that
with Sick on it? And
Yeah.
The first
Oh
album.
no, which album?
the self-titled album,
The first one.
from '99.
That's the one with
Wait, what artist?
Slipknot.
Slipknot.
Oh, never mind. This is your conversation.
Okay, so you've heard the entire album though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you remember how fucked and weird and experimental it was, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying that there's already an album that's as experimental as that,
No, 'cause
in
that's
its
not
own
really-
right.
No, because that's been done. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm saying like with the inspiration, you know, like where it's just like whacking out there as fuck, all these different influences coming in, but somehow making it work. You know, like fucking.
I mean, bro, listen, man. It's like I could say yes, but I could say no, but like really at the end of the day, it's like Slipknot did it already. You know what I mean? So like to say like, oh, I wish there was an artist out there that did this album just like this, except in a rap version. You know what I mean? It's like
I don't know. I'm talking about so much. I'm talking about the inspiration. I'm talking about just the not giving a fuck and just like having this awesome corporation of all these different genres, but like still having.
I mean, listen, man. We just listed off a ton. Like JPEG Mafia is like all over. Yeah, listen.
Well,
to Veteran.
you list it, but are you saying though that like that they're in that realm though?
I don't think anybody's in that realm because I think
Me
that
neither.
album was its own like thing. You know what I mean? But I will say
Fair
that
enough.
JPEG Mafia's Veteran has influence from screaming vocals metal. It has inspiration from like weird EDM. It has like inspiration from like just regular classic hip hop, like 90s shit. It's got inspiration from like modern like trap shit. So it's like it's all over the place, man. It's
All
like,
right, fair enough.
Like he made a beat out of him clicking pens and like made a beat out of it.
My man.
Man, this guy's fucking hands deep up in his ball sack right now.
And he's doing
like,
he's
he's hunched over.
Not only
Don't fucking crawl up
not
to
only
me.
is he
Oh,
touching
okay.
his winker, but he's
I thought
also
he was-
manspreading.
I thought he was coming at me with his hand.
Literally, he was coming on you, homie.
I
fucking-
said coming at, not coming.
Oh well, it could be the other way.
My shits are just
It
so
could've
fucking
happened.
itchy today.
Bro, my shits were itchy
Wash your
yesterday.
shit, homie.
so-
Wash your shit.
My
know,
shit is
sometimes
always
you wash
washed.
it. Do you guys
It's just
shave?
itchy today.
Do you guys shave your rod?
I do, but
Of course.
I kind of neglected though. It's
Is
been a
that-
while.
Yeah, see, I just shaved recently. Every time I
been a
shave, when the
while.
stubble comes back, there is a little itchiness just from like the uncomfort
Oh,
of
fuck
like
yeah.
stubble. you
Oh
know?
yeah, that's a man thing. That's
Yeah.
a man thing. Like,
That's a man,
Well, I mean,
baby.
women go through it too, just in different, you know, like
No, fuck 'em.
guys. Actually, real talk.
But like
you
we
wanna know
get
something?
hair on our balls and shit. Like that shit. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
itchy as fuck. Bro.
I'm sure they get hair like in. I don't know. Actually, there's a lot of friction on a guy compared to a girl, so you might be right with that.
You dare misunderstand the anatomy of a female?
You white male oppressor.
Oh my god.
Oh man, dude,
I love that
actually,
phrase so much.
you know what I
You
did?
white male oppressor.
Cancel Kanye.
Cancel Kanye. Cancel Kanye. Cancel Kanye.
I agree.
Hashtag.
West.
It's
Ah.
okay.
Yo,
He did a pun
random
because
point.
my
Did you see that
nickname
video of Kanye
is
in prison
Kanye.
singing "Follow God" in prison?
I did.
That was pretty awesome. Not gonna lie, there was good energy there.
I got a story though. I want to tell you guys
Go ahead, preach it.
because I told you guys that every Posse cut I'd have a new story.
Did you?
Yes,
Okay.
I actually said I would start off every episode with
We
a
should
new
do a
story.
segment. Do Kanye story. Do.
Story time.
So you know what I did for the first time in my entire life?
Oh yeah.
I actually shaved my armpits
My
the
man.
first time, and I know
Okay.
Brandon's already on that wave.
My man.
I'm not on that wave. Why?
You fucking man.
I shaved because you know what? I was going for the
grizzly
balls.
bear?
I was going for the balls and the dick. Got it all cleaned up. I'm just being honest. I got everything, right? And then I got the face, not the same razor. And then I was like, you know what, man? Like I've had these same armpit hairs since I went through puberty. Like it's the
Wow.
same fucking hair. It's not a lot, mind you. But then I was like, you know what? I know swimmers do it. I know athletes, fighters do it. Like, why not try? Maybe it'll like. I'm not a really big armpit sweater. I'm actually a foot sweater. So like my feet stink. But like
fucking
because that's
horrible.
where I sweat. But like when I do get sweaty armpits, like I just like I was thinking maybe it'll stop the sweating completely because I've read that before. Like I've not read it. I've heard people.
I need another beer, bro.
yeah,
Go get
honestly,
another beer.
it doesn't stop it at all. No, at least not for me.
I don't know. I mean, it's only been 2 days for me, and I haven't done a lot of physical exercise in the past 2 days. I mean, Saturday I did, but I didn't really sweat too much. But
Saturday night.
I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just
Listen,
gonna do it.
I'm not really a hairy guy either, but I'm not inclined to shave my armpits. I feel like when they grow back, that shit's gonna be itchy as fuck, and I don't want to be scratching. My
I'm not gonna lie
armpits.
to you. Like for me, I wasn't too itchy because I did a clean shave. I wasn't too itchy actually.
I also feel like, I mean, if you're wearing deodorant too, like maybe that helps with it.
oh yeah, we're
I
doing
mean,
all the time. Yeah.
yeah, of course, I wear deodorant.
Hope so,
So,
motherfucker.
sometimes I wear an abundance of deodorant. I remember when we were in Lake George, and,
Oh no.
and like I'm like putting on deodorant, like the natural way that I know I'm putting on deodorant. Like I didn't expect anybody to really say anything. Kanye's looking at me putting on deodorant. He's like, "You're really drenching those pits, man."
His face.
I'm not even gonna question it because I know that's something I would say.
Yo, all right,
Bro,
here's a
you
giveaway.
really
Dredging
said
those
that.
pits,
It's like
bro.
you're really dredging those pits, man. I'm like, what are you
That is such a
talking about? You know, I have a lot of
community
skin.
I remember that now. You were going for it, man. Like you must have used a quarter of a stick.
No, that's not what happened. That's not what I used.
All right,
I used to help
You know,
him
if
out.
I'm like, all right, if I'm putting on deodorant, I might like 5 seconds on each armpit. Sounds about accurate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy was going like 14 seconds,
My
15
man.
seconds on his pits.
What's good with you, man?
dude.
I
look over
good.
there and it looks like Casper on his armpit, bro. That's how much deodorant.
It's good to stay protected in hot weather.
Yo, fair point. But did you have that shit where
You don't want to.
You don't want to
bro.
chafe, bro.
Wait, did you have that
I mean,
shit
yeah,
where
that too.
did you have that shit where when you did it too much where you started like sweating profusely even though you weren't sweating, it was just like the wetness from the deodorant and shit? Did that happen to you?
Listen, what he thinks is a lot is actually enough for me. So I'm like, I'm like perfect.
Yeah, I was just fucking with you.
And listen, I'm a thick guy. I'm a thicker person.
boy.
I'm a thick boy.
I'm a
with
thick boy.
2 motherfucking C's.
Ooh, baby.
And listen, fucking my belly button goes deep. I might be 5'7".
My small tits, my big
I
belly.
might be 5'7", but I look up to nobody.
Don't
You know what I'm
misquote
saying?
Princess Nokia.
What was the
Brennan.
line? What was the line?
Oh man, now you got me thinking
My
about
big
it.
belly, my small titties, my
My big titties,
So
my
don't you
fat
fucking-
belly,
There you
my
go.
big titties,
Don't
my
you
fat
fucking
belly.
slut shame me.
my fat belly.
Yo, shouts out to Princess Nokia.
Fucking my little titties and my fat belly, my little. Listen, sometimes my titties
that's
are
it.
bigger
Yeah.
than I think they are. Like sometimes I'll be resting them shits on a table.
Okay.
Yeah, actually,
Yo,
I lied to
John,
you guys.
I feel like Johnny has seen me with my titties out more than most women.
Oh my god.
He'll like come home and I'm like playing PlayStation with
He'll
no
walk
shirt
in.
on.
Wait, let's reenact this. So he'll walk in like, "Hey, man, what's going on?"
Honestly, he treats it like it's nothing. Like I'll wake up out of bed just because it's still my crib. You know what I mean? So like none of my routine doesn't change. So I get out of bed, just underwear on. I sit on the couch. Shit, I might put on the cardigan to censor myself, but at the same time, not really, bro. I'm just chilling. I'm vibing. It's my place.
I'm
so.
not gonna lie, man, but Johnny, he seems like a really nonchalant kind of dude. So I
Yo,
feel
he was nonchalant about it.
Yeah, I feel like if he walks in, he'll be like, "Yo, what's good, man?"
Bro, he didn't even care. He was like,
Meanwhile, every time
Titties,
I
huh?
see him with
He's
the
like,
shirt
"Good
off,
morning, bro."
I have to point it out.
Me too. I
Just-
have to. really?
Just to, like maybe just to make you feel uncomfortable, like that you have to put on a shirt. But like I'm always gonna just say something. I was just gonna be like, "Oh, it's that kind of."
But what
day,
was
huh?
it? Was that one night?
dude, that's every kind of day for me. Like, unless I'm about to go somewhere, shit.
But
My
wasn't
shirt is off.
But
you
wasn't
know
that one
what I'm
night when we went over to Alice's house and I called him Rick Ross because he had his titties down and shit?
He had
I
his
was like,
cardigan
Ricky
on.
Ross, yeah, I'm the boss. Yeah,
Yeah.
every day.
But yo,
Smoking every day.
Let's bring it back. I want to get I actually got 2 stories today. So I told you my
Ooh.
first story. I got a second one.
Oh, baby.
And honestly, I was thinking like, you know what? Maybe this is running about an hour and a half now. But like, I mean, if you guys are cool with it, I'm
give a shit.
vibing.
Hey, listen, you let me rant for an hour last time, so go.
Yeah, and we did 2.5 hours on Plebble for Jesus. Like we deadass did a Martin Scorsese movie.
Legit.
Length of time, like almost Braveheart. But it's doing well with the downloads, so people are listening to it or at least downloading it. So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. So I mean, you guys can skip through it. I don't care.
How many are we up to downloads wise? How many do we have?
Oh yeah,
total?
I think we're at like 180 something.
Oh, nice.
now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
When you
we're
enter a
pretty good.
room and your ocular organs locate a gluteus maximus of remarkable magnitude.
Was that Egyptian, homie? Let me see this. Oh my god. Fucking Buzz Lightyear, you got the derpiest face in the world. Holy shit.
But all right, so I got a story. A little bit of an embarrassing, and then going back to the sweaty pits thing. So I did sweat out of one pit the other day.
Weirdo.
Out of my left pit. Okay, so
What area?
my girlfriend graduated from the school that she's attending.
From high school.
Not from high school. It's from a beauty school. She's 20 years old, turning 21. She's of age, just to clarify.
Yo, she could have been 18 and graduated. Like,
Okay, all right, that's okay, but I mean, that's people don't jump to that conclusion without like clarification.
Go ahead.
So
Fucking shit.
I went to her graduation at her.
it there on the World's End Party Plan.
Hell yeah.
So I go to this school and I show up. It's actually she goes to a Capri school, so like a beauty school. I'm not gonna say where.
Oh, she goes to preschool.
Capri, it's like a name. Just to clarify, she does not go to preschool.
Oh, okay.
I
all
know.
right.
I mean, I know.
Oh my god.
Yo,
Oh
I
my
swear-
god, 4-year-olds, man.
Yo, I swear to God, I'm gonna expose Kanye one day.
You know. All right. Okay.
Yeah, Annie and shit.
You got me.
Yo,
Oh, dude. The story of Brandon Cunningham.
It's funny because as soon as I said I was going to Capri on the phone with Alex, he thought it was preschool, and he was like, "Bro, you need a wingman." So I mean,
What are
he
you
was down
talking
for
about?
it.
That conversation didn't fucking happen.
Maybe.
So I go to
That really didn't happen.
So I go to her graduation, and I meet her father there. And like I knew that I was going to meet her father there.
Her
for the
father?
first time.
You kiss my daughter, I fuck you up.
No,
I'll rip your fucking cock off.
super. I gotta say, pretty liberal family. Actually, like super liberal.
You kiss my daughter, I'll cut your
seems
fucking
like-
nuts off.
Now fucking eat in my fucking mouth. Fucking spit it out, spit it back up.
So I go in
You
there.
want a nut somewhere? You nut in me.
Oh man.
Only in me. Look, man, look, I'm trying not to curse as much, but I cannot have
I'll
this. This
take
is
all
too
my
funny.
daughter's nuts.
I'll slice it off, fucking. I'll slice it off and shit. Fucking catnips.
All I need, I'm a 44-year-old man. All I need the power drill and some good nut in
Let me ask you something though. You circumcised?
Oh my god.
No.
Can I
So
see
yeah,
the-
no. Let me get back to the story. So I go in.
Get your dick ready. It's foreskin time.
Oh my god, ew! Ew! Disgusting.
Oh man, a little off the top. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Give him a 2 on the sides.
Yeah. So I go into
All right, man.
I go into her school and I knew I was gonna meet her father there, but I was freaking out because like just making that first impression is always kind of tough. You know what I
course.
mean? You never know. So we go in and he was like, he asked me along the lines of like, I don't want to make this seem like a terrible conversation, but he was like,
Do it.
so you go into school? I think he asked me if I was going to school. Like, what am I doing?
He didn't try to talk to you about golf, did he?
No, not at all.
No golf
He
conversation?
seems like he could be a golf kind of guy,
Eh,
though. I'm not
eh,
gonna lie.
On a scale
Like,
of...
if I found out he had a long lost son and his name was Justin Pittman, then I'd be like, yeah.
Yo,
No, I love you, Jason.
on a scale
If
of on a scale of
I
1
just
to
said
vanilla.
Jason. Justin, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm a little intoxicated.
On a scale of 1 to vanilla.
On a scale of 1 to vanilla, it'd be like sandalwood, you know?
Sandalwood, huh?
Okay.
Which
All right.
honestly might even be more over the top
sounds
than
painful.
vanilla.
All right, keep it pushing. Keep
Sandalwood?
it pushing.
Go ahead.
So I go in and I'm freaking out the whole time. He's like, so what are you doing? And I was like, well, you know, I work at a liquor store right now. And I don't go to school. And I have a podcast. And he was like, oh, really? He pulls out his phone. He's like, I actually just started really getting into podcasts.
Oh, shit.
So I mean, but apparently, so Leanna, my girlfriend, made the logo for the podcast, and thank you again for that, Leanna.
Definitely not.
And so he kind of knew already, like that I was doing this podcast, but so he just kind of set it up to be like, oh, "What's your podcast?" so I can listen to it. And I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's called World's End Party Plan." He was like going to try to find it, and then like thankfully, like his phone
I
was
just
like,
talked all that shit, too. He's probably listening.
"No, listen, it's fine. It's just a joke." I think
No.
he could understand.
Nah, bro, I'm dead ass serious.
I want the cock. Cut off your penis.
All right, Brendan.
Go ahead. Give me a fucking cock.
Just when you get into the whispers, I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, bro.
So yeah, and then so this is all going down, and then the ceremony. But thankfully, his phone like it wasn't like the iTunes podcast app wasn't loading, so like he couldn't
no.
pull up the podcast. So I was like,
I'll show it
okay,
to you another time, bro. I'll show it to you another-
yeah. No, he came in. It's almost like he was like asking me like, oh yeah, no way, bro. What's your SoundCloud? It was like one step away
He
from
asked
that.
you what's your sound. Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
okay,
You see
okay.
who was like,
No. So yeah, because he's hip, you know. So then his phone didn't load. So thankfully, I was like, thank God he didn't like be like, oh, I'm gonna listen to a few seconds right now to see how you sound, because that would have been a interesting day.
Honestly, he would have heard my voice. It would have been like cancer at the whole entire event.
I mean, hey, listen, I think you know what? I don't think we're that bad. I don't think we're that bad.
Here's the thing, though,
We're
man.
the
Is that,
dynamic
like,
trio.
look, this is the thing, man. Because I've heard some rumblings. I've heard some tumblings.
I'm gonna talk my
know-
shit right now. We are the best fucking podcast on iTunes
Watch
right
your
now.
mouth. Watch your potty fucking mouth, motherfucker. Piece of shit.
We are the best new music.
Yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
I changed.
I'm
A lot.
DJ Khaled. Why am I yelling?
So yeah. So anyway, back to the story. So the ceremony starts, and
No, man. Go
Who
ahead.
you
Nah.
think I is?
Yo, man. Can I comment real quick? Can you count real quick?
Well, I'm so close to the end.
Go,
guys.
go,
I'm so close to the end.
You're about to come hard.
So
Sometimes I don't even use paper towel to wash my hands or to dry them off. I
my
should
ass.
say.
I don't think, dude, I went to your house like 3 times in a row and there was no hand soap there. So I don't.
Because I used all the hand soap.
And you were like, oh, you know what? I got a little bit of hand sanitizer. That'll buy me a week. You know? Oh, man.
My hands are wet. I wipe that shit on my shirt.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
Okay, can I? All right, can I?
Go ahead. Finish
Can I
your
get
load,
back
homie.
into the story? You
Finish
got
your
one more
load,
thing
homie.
you want to say, Alex? You got one
Probably
more?
10 more things.
No.
Okay.
All right.
So, thankfully, the ceremony starts, and so it happens,
Yeah, more weed.
and then we're sitting. Yeah, take a hit of that.
Yeah, take it. Good.
So we're
Mind you, I'm
we go through
sober
the
as fuck.
ceremony, and then afterwards he was like, "Oh, let's get together for some dinner sometime." And I'm like, "Of course, because I'm gonna do that." Because I'm sure that would mean a lot to her, and that's something that I would look forward to doing.
Piece
I'd
of
be
shit.
nervous about it, but it's something I'd do. And then as we're walking out, because she came back to hang out with me here that night, so then I bring her out, and I'm like walking around. I'm like, why is my left armpit wet? And I'm like feeling down there, and you know what you do? Like, you ever like when you have a sweaty pit, but you don't know if it's like you because you didn't do any physical exercise, so then you give it like a sniff with the finger.
Yeah,
I know exactly
yeah,
what
I
you're
guess.
talking about, and I do that shit in public with people around. I'll like stick 2 fingers in there and sniff them, make sure I'm still good down there.
Yeah, pull a little close right now.
I said I'll fucking stick 2 fingers, I'll put them in my armpit, and I fucking sniff it in
Take 2
public.
fingers.
Yeah, no, I did one of those. It was public. I did one of those, so I gave it a little.
Sometimes
sniff.
you got to check yourself. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm
That's
doing
right.
it
It's
Right
all
right
about
now.
the hygiene. I ain't a dirty motherfucker. I just
How
want
are
to check
you
if I'm
guys?
clean.
How are you guys right now? Let's do it right now.
Oh,
How
yo,
you smelling?
homeboy's fresh. Let me see.
I took 2 showers today, so you best believe I'm fucking clean.
Let me see. Hold on now.
Brendan, I feel like you're a sweaty dude.
Oh, my shit's still Gucci.
Yeah.
Mind you, I put on deodorant.
That was
at
a
10 in the morning.
half-ass sniff, though. You were like a
I
quick.
got 3 fingers, homie.
Nah, get up in there, man. Yeah, stick a finger in a nostril.
You know what my favorite smell is? It's when it's like the after smell of deodorant, like deodorant that still
yeah,
stays on your armpit the day after.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
Yeah,
you didn't shower, so you didn't get it off.
Yeah,
No,
bad.
sometimes I'll like take a shower, but my deodorant is so good that like it'll just stick there.
Damn, I need to know what deodorant you're using. Because that sounds
It's
like
literally
some
the
hefty
most
shit.
generic brand of all
Yeah,
time.
like
Yeah,
I-
what, you got Speed Stick?
No, it's Right Guard.
Right Guard,
I use the
yeah.
gel.
Probably even more generic than Speed Stick.
I use
Right
that the
Guard.
Dove shit.
Dove's good.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude, I'm a classic Old Spice kind of guy. I fuck with Old Spice. So I give it a sniff, and I'm like, yep, that's B.O. I was sweating, but then I felt my right pit dry as Brendan's
Be careful.
hands,
There you go. They're pretty damn
which
dry
is
right
kind
now.
of a lie because
No, it's
are they dry
not
right
because
now?
honestly, they've been so dry. My knuckles have been bleeding.
Oh, okay.
Legit. So you're actually not wrong.
Do you want some lotion?
I have lotion.
Okay,
I appreciate
I got
you, though.
cocoa butter.
Ooh. I got suave. So I'll be Gucci, but I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Always looking out. Fuck you.
Okay. I want one more beer. I want to talk a little bit. There's 2 more things I want to talk about before we wrap this up.
Can I bring one more thing?
Sure.
Okay, so apparently, all right, look,
Wait,
man.
hold on. Should we take another break?
Actually,
I'm
no,
definitely cutting out some of you guys singing that song just because it was just so
fair
loud.
enough.
Can we duet Shut It Down one more time?
Yes, we can.
All right, ready?
All right, well, from where? From where?
We will be right back.
Right, the verse. Like the way I'm feeling.
All right, wait. So I'm gonna harmonize with you.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
1, 2.
Wait, harmony. Hold on, wait. Let's see.
Take a deep breath, get your vocals in
Can
there.
you guys kind of do it quietly in the background so then I can give like a motivational speech like over top of it? Can you guys like
I'll
it
try
can
and
be
whisper
like
it,
a
I guess.
background?
All right.
Let me see.
1, 2.
Wait, back up a little bit from that just so it's like exactly.
The way I'm feeling, the things I say, all just
Thank you guys. Yeah, you know what? I just want to take this time right now while we got a little bit of some sexy Drake in the background. Thank you so much for continuing to download and to subscribe and to click play on the podcast. It really means a lot to me. It means a lot to us. This may seem like there's not too much that goes into it, but like really at the end of the day, it's like we took the time to set all of this up just because we realized that a lot of the conversations that we have, a lot of times when we bring friends over and guests over, they seem to really enjoy it. So we thought, why not take that to other people out there that maybe just feel like, you know, when they got time to kill or they got things going on, that maybe that they can have more or less friends. Because, you know, when I watch a podcast, I kind of think of the podcasts that I listen to. Like, I look at them as kind of like friends that you have in the background. Like, oh, like when I watch a Joe Rogan podcast, it's like I'm hanging out with Joe Rogan and whatever guest he has on the show.
My man.
So I was getting really
My
inspirational
man.
there.
That's good harmonies, though, right? Not bad, right?
Might have to cut all of this out. I might just cut all. That was just really loud, so I might just cut all of that out.
Yo, man, you cut off that magic and shit? Cut off that magic?
Just because, and then I was talking over it, so like it might just be a mess to people.
That's
so
the point.
I'll listen back, and then I'll keep some of it in. And if this stays in, this is really awkward.
That's what this podcast is. It's a mind fuck. That's what this is, homie.
I know. I'm just listen, man. I agree with you. I like the mind fuck, and I think what we got going on is something fun, and I enjoy the fuck out of hanging out with you guys and talking.
Well, if I can say one thing.
Let's also kind of make it a little bit marketable. Let's just make sure it sounds okay on the ears.
I want to say one more thing, if I can, real
Sure.
quick. If I can be a little bit edgy,
Yeah.
real quick.
Okay.
So I heard there was some complaints about the potty mouth. You know, about how we got some potty mouths, right? So I just want to say I'm fucking sorry. I'm gonna try and do a little bit fucking better. You know, but we'll see what happens. I can't promise shit, but we're gonna try and take it some fucking where it's a little more marketable. You know what the fuck I'm saying?
Shut up.
Oh man, this guy totally, dude. He went totally edgy. He was like, I would totally, because now listen,
Not you. I'm just saying the criticism. Just shut up.
Yeah,
I agree.
I
Shut the
listen.
fuck
I
up.
agree. I agree. I just try to play the devil's advocate because I look at it
But you're right
like,
to do that, though. You're right to do that.
yeah, and I
makes
just look
sense.
at
It's
it.
important to see both sides of the argument,
Yeah.
yes, but in this case, shut the fuck up. You
Yeah, and
dumbass.
I'll leave all this in because I think you guys are right in that extent where it's
Yeah.
like, listen, at the end of the day, this ain't your fucking grandma's podcast.
It's like he picks and chooses.
know what's funny
where the
is they-
content goes.
But here's the thing, though, is that, like, let me ask you this question.
No,
Now-
it's right. No, because when it comes up, like when we're talking about it, and if you got something that you think offends you, I'm not going to be the type of guy that's like, okay, for all of the clicks, Brendan, don't even talk about that. Like, nah, that's some shit that media does. It censors people. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying, hey, because I approached Brendan and I said, Brendan, we've gotten a few complaints from like 3 or 4 people that said, hey, sometimes Brendan and
Boo-hoo.
sometimes Alex and sometimes you yourself
Boo-hoo.
come in and curse, and like it's kind of jarring.
Fucking
So I
pussies,
looked
man.
at it. I was like, you know what?
That's how I learned to talk.
Nice.
yeah.
That's how that's the environment that I grew up in. I'm sorry that I can't be in this cookie cutter world, but I live around people who curse a lot. I have a fucking big, flamboyant Italian fucking family.
My man. And me?
Yeah.
Big flamboyant Puerto Rican
Not to
family.
fucking reach that stereotype, but every sentence ends in fuck and begins in fuck. And in the middle, yes, they say fuck and shit and piss.
And cock. No, I'm kidding. No, but
And I know I fucking popped the mic. I know, but let me get my fucking point across. Shut the fuck up.
no, and here's the thing is and let me ask you this now without saying any names. Now there's one comment that you told me. Someone said it was
Fucking pen is
poisonous to
hitting
the
today.
ears. What was it? It was
No, honestly, no. It would. She didn't. This person didn't say it was poisonous to the
what did they
ears.
say?
No, they just said it was jarring a little bit.
It was jarring. It was
Which
jarring
is
to
like,
the ears,
listen,
right?
it's like I can agree if you don't, if you're not with it, if like something's jarring to you. So when I play the devil's advocate, it's not to be like, oh, you know what, guys, I'm gonna kill the fun. Let's not do this. I'm just like, I look at it from like a professional standpoint to the point where it's like, okay, maybe if we each drop 10 fucks an episode, then it's acceptable. But if we're dropping 50 fucks each an episode, then it's like I don't want it to be like in competition for most F-bombs compared to Goodfellas.
I don't
you know what
listen.
I mean?
I don't really care. We talk how we talk. We convey messages how we convey the messages. If you don't like it, I mean, shit. Keep listening to the podcast.
there you
though.
go. No, but honestly, here's the thing though.
Because
too.
like, we're gonna hit on
But
some
am I
serious
wrong?
shit. It's like,
But am
no,
I
you're not
wrong?
wrong.
Okay.
But,
No,
like,
you're not wrong. But here's the
that
thing.
doesn't mean you have to censor yourself in any way for the sake of a couple complaints, as opposed to the masses that will stay and listen anyway. No, I'm trying to fucking say what it is that I want to say and say it how I say it, regardless.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
we
right,
put that
and-
fucking explicit tag up next to the
Right up
titles.
front to that shit.
for-
Also, I'm sorry to cut you off, Kanye. Our opinions don't also have to align with your opinions.
What do you mean?
Sometimes
Fuck do you mean, bro?
You're
sometimes
telling
I
me nobody thinks the same?
What?
You're telling me that everybody thinks the same, Alex?
Yes.
Are you, you're telling me that we shouldn't think the same, I should say? Not that
God.
everybody thinks the same. You're saying quite the opposite?
What's your problem, bro?
I know there's a lot of sarcastic cynicism.
Oh, yeah.
To the
100%.
dialogue?
100% sarcasm.
Go ahead, homie.
Dude, are you really? Did you just finish your third fucking water bottle?
Legit,
in
dude.
the
I'm
last
saying
hour and a
hydrated,
half?
homie.
Dude, you are. Do you sleep at night?
I do. I said, well.
Or do you get up every hour and piss?
No.
Okay.
Legit, no.
So I'm just thinking, man, there's people out there like fucking like, India that are like, man, just one bottle of water a day.
no.
And then Brendan's over here just like, hey, you're like that dude that like walks around at every fucking gym with like the
jugging
gallon.
shit?
Yeah,
Yo.
okay, no, I got a rant right now. If you don't have a fucking like reusable like fucking metallic or like some sort of like recycled like canister to put your fucking liquid in, don't walk around with a fucking gallon jug like a fucking animal. Okay, you know what? It's 2019. Get the fuck over yourself. Nobody cares about your goddamn muscles.
Oh my god, you
Grow the fuck up. Do you have nothing else better to do than to fucking take care of your body?
Yo, I swear to God, half of them only fucking walk around with a jug of water in hand just to say,
Just to
hey,
do it.
Hey, it's me. I
Hey,
drink
listen,
water.
I'm so
Like,
hydrated.
Yo, yeah,
Who the
like,
fuck are you impressing, though?
like where like you're just drinking
Man,
water, bro. Like
I'm
relax,
so
like
hydrated.
calm down.
My piss could feed
I
the
fuck
entire
with that.
African
I
village,
fuck
man.
with that. Yo.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry. I've been
You're
thinking
right.
this since I saw it in high school. Like, motherfuckers would bring this shit into high school.
Some of them were dumb nice at practice. The others just wanted to be like, hey, I go to football practice.
but I'm just like,
Like,
man.
like,
Oh
like you guys are
Nobody-
fucking pussy to me now. Like, all of you fucking.
What is the
jock bully fucking bozo pieces of shit? Like you're not even like scary to me. Like
Yo,
you guys are
keep
just
talking, man.
fucking. You guys
getting
are just
another beer.
fucking pussy to me. Like I
Pussy
see
bitches.
I see most of you like around, like you're walking around in public and you have. And listen, I'm there with you. I'm about to judge you for the same thing that I judge myself on. You're walking around with no direction. But the difference between you and I is that I prove that I'm walking around with no direction. You're just on Instagram living the fucking living the life.
Oh my
But I
God,
know when Instagram's not on you, bro, you're a fucking lying piece of shit that has no fucking direction. You fucking stupid jock, football practice, no scholarship having piece of fucking shit whose dad got you everything and your parents got you everything so you can have all the possessions and brag about it on Instagram. Like, fuck you, bro.
Dude, I agree with you 100%, but I feel like that is directed towards one specific person.
No, dude. That's
That
direct-
was so specific.
it was no. That's a whole group of them. I have no.
Yeah.
I have no beef.
Unfortunately, you're right.
I have no beef against any one person because some of them have went on to have amazing careers. Some of them became very great scientists and bankers and accountants. Very great jobs
Well,
to
I
have.
mean, we didn't graduate that long ago.
I
I mean,
know.
how many of them are like super successful fucking accountants and bankers right now?
Some of them. I know.
yeah, I mean,
no,
there's probably a
there's
few.
quite a few. Like on my Facebook timeline of people that I went to school with, some of
Well,
them
anything
are
on Facebook you got to take with a grain of salt.
I know, but that's any social media platform. But like,
of course, yeah.
but like, I mean, there's a lot of people who I see actually studying and like, doing their shit, and they want to put it on social media to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm there for you. Live your life to the fullest and do what you're passionate about if you're passionate about it.
Yo, shouts out to fucking Eric Garcia, dude. Because that guy works so fucking hard. Going to school and
yeah,
shit.
he's definitely one of the hardest working men I know who knows how to keep a balance between friendship and work ethic.
Totally, man. Totally. I just
mean-
wanted to, as soon as you said that, there's some people out there just grinding, doing their thing,
Yeah,
still in
and if
school.
you're grinding, bro, do your thing. I'm just talking about these fucking lamos.
You're talking about the fake, bro.
Yeah, I'm talking about these fake fucking lamos.
Counterfeit.
Like fucking like their parents got them everything. They have no initiative. They never knew an organic way to make money or never had to struggle of any sort of tragedy or any sort of poverty in some certain way. I get that everybody is their own person, but again, going back to your original point about how people are going to always criticize about the topic and the cursing and say that it's jarring and stuff, I'm gonna say this: if you haven't come from any resemblance of struggle, I have a hard time trying to know when or where to respect you. To some extent, because
I feel that.
if you just been given everything and you're trying to give out life advice and shit, you don't know shit until you've
know
really
what?
been through it, bro.
And you don't have to listen. One other thing I'm going to clarify while he says that. Then Brendan, you got the floor.
Yeah.
But what another thing is too is like none of us here, like in this room right now, are necessarily we're not making bank. Like sometimes it gets tough. You got to pay bills. Shit happens. Like, we're adulting, but
Yeah.
at least we're out there, holding down a job.
I tell people all
We're
the time.
working. We're paying for things. We
Yeah.
got shit going on. Like,
And I'll put that out in the open, man. Like, yes, I work at a warehouse. It's a shitty job. I come home dirty every day and I'm cold. I work in 20-degree weather and I'm hauling ass just to get home every week, just to get like roughly a $600 paycheck. A lot of that just goes to bills half the time. Like, I'm not making bank and I'm not doing the best, but goddamn, I'm fucking trying.
Yeah.
Some of these kids don't even try.
Yeah.
And that's my problem.
And you have your own place too.
And a lot of those kids go into the realm of those fucking water jug carrying fucking assholes.
No.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, and here's the thing, man, because when you're, and this kind of has to do with it in some sort of way, and we're talking about, these people, who kind of like who don't really get it, and they try and like act like that they know everything. So like, I remember I called you earlier, while you were taking a shit, and I never got to tell you.
I'll be honest, I shit like 2 to 3 times
You
a
do,
day.
you do,
2 to 3 times a day.
Yeah, very healthy bowel
So-
movements,
Because you know what? I'll tell you what. Because you could try calling me anytime throughout the day. There's a high chance that I'll be taking a shit.
And so, all right, so if I may like tell the story real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So,
Go ahead.
so what happens is that I'm in the break room, right? Now, here's the thing. Now, your boy has a few pet peeves in his life, right? So what happens is one of them is when someone wants to bring up food. When someone wants to bring up,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You're gonna go on with your point in a moment's notice. I just wanted to say that like everything is hitting for me right now. I'm feeling good.
my man, what you talking about the edibles and the beer and the Mary J?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of a lot, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
dude, I feel the same way, man. I'm chilling, bro. Like, I
Honestly-
could go on for another 2 hours.
Fuck yeah,
Like,
dude. I'm sober. I'm doing my shit.
But like, we're not
You
gonna
know?
do another 2 hours.
Right. So here's the thing: is that like, so this really affected me today. So yeah, one of my pet peeves is when people try to tell you what improvements you need to make in your life, right? And then they question your life. So for me in my life, I've always been questioned and fucked with about like my eating habits, right? Now there are times where I know it's all good fun.
Oh
like,
yeah, we
like-
roast the shit out of you.
Oh, is that? Yeah, you do.
For that.
But I don't. But I know it's coming from a good place, so I fuck with it. And I go along with it, right? But
I'm feeling good right now.
Yo, get used to it, motherfucker. Because I'm gonna keep coming at you, but it's just because like I care about you and like I want to go to like a crazy restaurant with you and eat some weird shit. So that's where it comes from. I just want to let you know.
I appreciate.
So it's not
that.
like a place of being like, oh, Brendan won't do this. Like, no, it's not that. It's just straight up like, it's just like, it would be nice to bring you along.
Yo, no
you know
fun.
what I mean?
I'm dead ass living my best life.
Oh man,
This guy's feeling, he's doing
I hope
laps.
so. Hashtag.
He's
you
doing
know?
laps. Go ahead. What?
So here's the thing: is that now, Alice, I want you here for this because I feel like I might have some interesting comments here on this one. Man, that's right, man. Bring the energy, man.
this guy's doing it, man.
You're kind of making me jealous.
He's
right
out
now.
here fucking building bridges in Death Stranding, bro.
Yo, by the way, I got 50,000 likes on Death Stranding. Yo, I'm fucking.
Damn, I'm up to like 30, but at 50, man.
Yo, I'm fake famous on there, but I know there's people that have like 200,000 likes. I'm gonna get there. I'm coming after you.
My God.
All
If I
right,
keep
Brendan,
building roads and bridges, I'm coming after.
we'll get to that. That's the last topic I wanted to talk about, just for like a minute or two.
Hell yeah.
But
So here's the thing: is that I had some people make some comments because about food, but what'll happen is that because for me, your boy's a very picky eater, right? Your boy's very picky. He likes what he likes, and he do what he do, right? But some people feel that they have to, force upon you their fucking toxicity and try and give you advice, right? Try and give you, some sort of insight, some sort of secret about how you should be living your life and where you should be eating this shit. So what happened? So I'm sitting there and they're like, yo, man, what'd you order, bro? And I'm like, got my usual grilled chicken sandwich, with American cheese and a slice of pizza. You know what I'm saying?
I was telling, I think it was in a podcast with, it might have been a Posse Cup, but I think it might have just been me and Alex. We were talking about your food habits, and we just said that, like, I was like, you know what, man? He's very picky, but at the end of the day, at least it's like healthy picky. At least it's not like I only eat like deep fried Twinkies or something. You know what I mean? Like, at least it's like, oh yeah, like I'll eat like grilled chicken. Or like I'll eat this or that. Like, it's all like
Eggs,
orange
ham.
juice,
Don't
eggs,
take
ham.
don't take eating habits from me, because like I don't really eat the junk food either. Like, I mean, I don't
Honestly,
really,
I'm this probably the skinniest dude here, but I'd probably eat the worst. out of all of us.
Probably.
So.
I will agree with that. Like, but I don't eat junk food here. It's just I don't practice portion control. Like, and I'm a carbaholic. Like, I just like eating fucking gallons of pasta.
Fuck yeah, homie. Yeah.
Pasta's great.
But no, honestly, I think maybe I don't want to say that I'm the skinniest guy here because you're also very skinny too.
Well, here's the thing. Like but I do have a slight belly though. You know,
I mean,
like,
I also do. I got a little foop going.
Do you?
Alex knows.
Do you really?
No, I don't.
I got a baby foop. We talked about it on the podcast. That's the only reason why I'm saying is because like I got a baby foop going. Like I'll show you right now, man. I got a little bit of. I mean,
like when you sit
sag
down,
right
but like
here.
when you stand up
that's
though.
that's just the belly, bro.
Yeah.
that ain't
It's just a belly, but like it's not a foop, but it's
Yeah,
like
the little foop.
it's not like you know what I'm saying. It's
You
not
de-
healthy. It's not like I have a 6-pack going
you
on.
definitely have like those bearded dragon bellies.
Oh my god.
Like
Yeah.
you ever seen the belly of a Komodo dragon?
I picture like me in the future, like if I was born in like 1940, then like by the time I'm like 50, I'd be at like Grateful Dead concerts, like with like smelly dreads. Like I feel like that's the type of look
smelly
I have.
dreads. What do you
smelly,
think?
smelly
they
hippie
smell
dreads, bro.
What do you
I
think
don't
they
know,
smell
dude.
like?
You ever smell dreads?
No,
Dreads smell, dude.
I never.
If you
I,
don't
I
properly
never
take
smelled
care
a
of
dread in
dreads.
my life.
It's mostly like, you know, a lot of people, like, I know there's the whole, like, cultural appropriation with, like, you know, white people
That
wearing
bullshit,
dreads.
yeah.
But, like, I mean, like, the smelly dreads that I've smelled are, like, white dudes, but they're, like, hippies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, like, they don't really, like, properly take care of that shit. It smells like fucking B.O. It smells nasty. It smells like high. You know what I mean?
It's like high.
Like, it's a high smell. It's like
Ew.
it's like a fucking wet dog or a wet cat.
Oh my
You know what I
fucking
mean?
God. Ew,
It's like
disgusting,
that
dude.
kind of smell. Yeah.
No, but all right. So
I feel like white people with dreads only smell like that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But
It's just, I mean, I'm not going to just say it's just white people. It's anybody that doesn't take care of their shit, you know?
Yeah.
It smells bad.
you know, but so you're right. And here's the thing. So I'm back there, right? And at first it starts off funny. At first they're like, hey man, you know, poking fun, like you want to eat whatever. You know, but what happens is that one of them is huge on this like keto diet shit, right? Keto's been the craze for like years now, right? You man, I got no carbs, homie.
It's popular now.
Yeah, it's very fucking popular and shit,
Like
right?
if I drop cards, I'd probably be fucking skinny as fuck.
You know, but probably fucking weak too. I don't know. But here's the thing. I'm no
Definitely not.
dietitian, but
I work too hard for that.
you know. But like, here's the thing: is that so they're really big on the keto thing. And mind you, I was talking to 3 people. Now 2 of them were overweight, right, but had lost weight. One of them was like sort of chub-ish, but still kind of skinny, and that weird in between mark. Okay, so what happens is that one of them, he isn't violating as much, but what they were trying to tell me was that, oh, changing your diet's easy. It's easy, man. I said, oh, I said, it ain't overnight shit. Oh, no, it is an overnight thing. You know, I did it overnight. I said, okay, listen. So number one, that's bullshit. You know, you might have a thought, like, okay, you know what? I'm going to change it. Then the next day you might start it. You might try and change it. But you cannot tell me that in a world where we have processed foods, fucking with all these sugars, all these processed fucking ingredients that make us addicted to these fucking foods, you cannot fucking sit there and seriously tell me that you can just easily snap out of it as if it's like fucking nothing. That's like me telling you guys that you can quit cigarettes tomorrow. You just quit it tomorrow.
This is why I fuck with Brendan, yo, because he's super silly one minute and then he brings it totally there the next minute.
I appreciate you.
Like he's super smart. When
That's
it comes
why
to
I'm
that
like, you
shit.
know what? We got to wait for him to be on these posse cuts, man.
I appreciate you guys, man.
I do like it when you got to work at a 7:30 instead of 8, though. I will say, but
yeah,
that's
that's fair.
that's on your job, not you.
Yeah, that's fair. But here's the thing, though, is that I appreciate you. But here's the thing, is that so they get on that, right? And so like, oh no, they're like, oh well, now you're making excuses for yourself. So no, I ain't making excuses. I'm just talking about reality. And then guess what? And then when I press them more on it, when I'm like, oh well, you know, it's still took, but you know, it's all about willpower. All about willpower. Sure, part of it is your will to actually try and change. That's the first step. But and here's the funny thing too: those 2 of those motherfuckers I was talking to, they're still fat, and they've been doing this diet shit, trying to change for months, right? But guess what? They're still fat for a reason. You know why? Because it's a process. It's a process. You fail at one point, you succeed at another point. I went deeper with one of the guys after the fact. He was talking about how, I lost 40 pounds and I gained it all back because I relapsed, whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking addiction.
Are you saying it's like it's bad for them to be fat though?
No. What I'm saying is that
Don't talk shit like saying like, oh, dieting is easy when you are fat.
That's the point. The point is that, you know, that's like me giving someone diet advice when I'm
But
eating.
not like
fucking-
you're not talking about like a healthy fat though. You know
No.
Because like honestly, like Alex is a chubby dude, but like I kind of consider him like a healthy dude, like a
Oh
healthy
yeah,
chubby. You know what I mean? 'Cause
like
he's not
honestly,
like walking
we're
around
talking
eating
bigger than
bullshit.
Alex.
You know,
That's what we're talking about bigger than Alex here, and and Alex thinks at a healthy weight, I would say totally, but
Like, yeah, I'm a big guy, but like again, like I don't eat junk food. I cut out fast food since I lost my job back in February.
right.
Like, but like since
you're
then,
just kind of like, you're like I eat a lot of good food kind of dude. You know what I mean?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, no, literally, no joke. I've lost a ton of weight just cutting out fast food.
Totally.
So if I cut out carbs, I wonder what that would be.
Oh, fuck yeah, you're right though.
But that thought's on my mind every day. Like I might switch up on on everybody one day. You guys might actually see it
Fucking-
like a skinny version of me.
Go
Do
for it,
it,
homie.
bro. Yeah,
but,
fucking do it.
But here's my
Like,
thing: is
shit.
that I hate
Because sometimes I don't know.
'Cause-
Like I know I'm a big guy, but I don't want to be big all the time. You know what I mean?
because I hate. And then here's the thing: that they started violating too. They're like, "Oh man, watch." They're like, "You know what? You're probably gonna keep eating grilled chicken sandwiches, like forever." I said, "You know what? Maybe I fucking will, because you know why? I enjoy those motherfuckers, right?" And then then they're like, "Oh well, you probably gonna if he has kids, he's probably gonna feed his kids that shit, right?" And in my mind, I'm like, "Okay, they're really going deep now." First I was joking. Now that's a little bit fucking go fuck yourself, right? So what happens next is that so they start claiming that and making excuses, right? And then later on, what happens is they were like, "Oh well, I guarantee that if I bring you to a restaurant, and you're really hungry and you want the food there, you're probably gonna get a taxi and go to a place where you would like to eat and waste some money." I said, "You know what? I would, and you know what? It'd be worth it, because you know why? I fucking enjoy the goddamn food." Fuck it. I mean, I've wasted, quote unquote, money, but I know what I would have gotten was satisfaction and enjoyment and feeling full. That's what I would have fucking gotten, right? Fuck yourself, homie.
I would agree with you, but like you only eat 7 foods.
No, I ate more. I ate 14, motherfucker. So here's the thing. Okay, all right, here's the thing. Man, multiply,
For
motherfucker.
your information.
No, here's the thing. Is that, and then where it crosses the line even more for me is when someone is like, "Oh," and here's the thing. I tried to. I hate this saying, but it kind of works here. I try to do the whole, what do you call it? Letting cooler heads prevail. That bullshit, right? And so what happens is that I talked to them. I said, "Hey, listen, guys, food isn't really a comfortable topic for me. And look, I'm gonna get real with you here. Well, more than I already am. But why it's not a comfortable topic for me is that I know my eating habits are shit. I know what I eat is shit. But what I don't want some other motherfucker who lacks self-awareness, who's fat themselves, who fucking is a piece of shit, toxicity wants with their personality, getting up on their pedestal, fucking made up of all their fucking lost dreams and shitty fucking emotions, trying to look down on me, being like, "Hey, you have to do this. You know what? You have to fuck yourself. That's what you have to do, homie.
Listen,
you have
Brandon.
to fuck." And then one more thing too, sorry to cut you off, but like fucking, then they have the balls to say, "Oh, you gotta work."
You have to fuck yourself.
Look, man, legit, I'm being serious, yo. And then they have the balls, the fucking cojones to be like, "You gotta work on your sensitivity." I said, no. My sensitivity's fine. My problem is when motherfuckers try and step up and talk shit when you're carrying fucking honey boo boo times 10. All right? Fucking fuck yourself, dude.
Brennan with the fucking hot takes, man.
Dude, I have to,
Brennan
bro.
with the hot takes.
I
bro.
welcome it though. I welcome it.
100%.
I'm always here for him.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, man, it's always the end of the posse cut where Brendan will come in with some real talk. You know what I mean? It's like a segment within itself. Like Brendan comes out.
I tell you, like,
Comes
you
out
know,
with this hot take.
Once we start showing up at like these festivals and shit, like actually like on a greeting table, he's gonna be the guy.
He's gonna be the guy.
Like they're
for
gonna,
sure.
that fucking sucks. They're gonna want his picture the most, motherfucker.
Fucking,
We should make
They're gonna
that
want
ass
his
shit.
autograph the most. But honestly, I don't blame any of them. Like you really are the star, bro.
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
You're fucking I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking no, but so that's the thing. So
After
I
this
was,
podcast, I'm gonna fucking kiss you on the forehead.
but you know what though? But I'm gonna bring around to a positive note. At the
Why
end.
don't you kiss him on the lips, bro? You homophobe?
Yeah.
After this podcast, I'm gonna fucking tongue your shit. I'm gonna
I hope
fucking.
not. I love you, but I hope not.
All right. After this podcast, I'm gonna consensually kiss you on the lips.
We'll see. We'll debate it. But all right, now to bring it to we'll have a
Oh
debate.
my
We
God.
have a debate. Fucking we have a democratic debate about it. No, but here's the thing: is that to bring it back to a positive note, though, because
The public's on my side already.
I got 70% of the vote. No, fucking. But here's the thing: is that now because I did learn something out of this. Besides just getting angry at fucking bitch motherfuckers. But here's the thing: is that one bad habit that I've always had in my life that I carried since I was younger was whenever an event like that would happen where they would stab at my insecurities, I would hold on to that. That would keep me mad for like a day or two, right? And it would make me all sour and shit. But I'm like, you know what? Fucking, you guys have probably seen it too. You guys have probably seen it too, where you have these encounters, right? And you feel like shit, but then you see them, they're fine. They're doing their thing. They're living their life.
I know that they're really not though.
Well, yeah, so that's a good point. But they're pretty good at faking it a lot of times, right? That's ones that I've seen. And so I said to myself, you know what? Why do I because here's the thing is that I know at the end, all the facts are on my side. And I know at the end, their opinion doesn't mean shit. So number one, why am I validating them by even bringing any attention to it? But then number two, why can I enjoy my life? Why can't I just move on and not hold on to it and fucking party?
Because everybody bullshits, man.
No, well, there's that too.
You can't bullshit a bullshitter. I've been saying that from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. So you know what your boy did? I was like, it was like a little fucking snap to my head. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this and fuck that. I'm gonna have some fucking fun. So they're playing some corny shit and Best Buys or corny ass music. Homeboy Fortnite dances to that shit. I don't care. I Fortnite dance. I might buy the motherfucker.
You know, I was going to interrupt you earlier just to say that, like, and this kind of relates to what you're saying now. You have one of the most. Your faces are like so many expressions you can make with your face. Like it's the most expressive like face
You're right,
that
though.
I've seen in a long time, and I think that kind of fits in with your personality, which is kind of weird now that I think about it.
Yeah.
It's like you're so out there,
It's
and
like you're
you're
acting, but you're not acting.
Yeah. It's
exactly.
interesting.
He's taking what makes good acting, where it's like you kind of live in your role. You know what I mean? Like you take that and like your face just lives that.
That's
you know
what I'm trying to
saying?
do with my next film. Like, not to plug myself, obviously. I'm gonna make
Plug
this short.
yourself.
Plug it up, homie. Plug your
I'm gonna
asshole,
make it
homie.
short. I'm gonna make it short. But for Iris, I'm really trying. When I'm reading my dialogue, I'm really trying to capture it this time. Like I don't want it to be, oh look, it's Alex. He made a short film. Like I want people to see that like I can act.
Right. And
Like,
honestly,
I
mean-
want to produce real tears and like real conveying messages.
I think
And
you have
I
it in
want-
you.
Yeah, and I want to say that, you know, without no spoilers or nothing, but like you did send me the script just to kind of get my opinion, and you just sent it to me.
Yeah, no,
And
you can go ahead, talk about the script.
Nah, bro. But listen, like when I say, and I was talking to Brendan about it, and I was saying, like, man, this shit is like, what's great is that he took what made Ghost his first short film very experimental and very unique to him. He took that. And then instead of just running with that completely, he was like, you know what? You went in a direction where you were like, let's make this so I can kind of wrap it in the guise of like, this could be like mainstream in a sense. Like you took what's kind of popular, like you made it very down to earth. You made it very more relatable, but then you still kept that like artistic edge. You still kept that like out there kind of thinking.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do with this one. Usually when I write a film, it's basically, you know, it's gonna be a diary about my mood. It's I won't necessarily explain the details of my life, but my mood in these moments is basically what I'm writing to. So lately I've just been feeling positive, and so I wanted to still find that artistic edge, but like, you know, mix some comedy in there, like mix some lighthearted conversation in there. And I hope when you were reading the script that you were able to get that.
No, definitely, because I was reading it, I was like, this feels very organic, you know, and that's really important, especially with comedy, more than anything, is to like achieve that level of organicness.
And that's the thing too, because like for me, because I don't want to like stroke my balls here, but like I find that you know I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, just tickle them around and shit. But like I do find that in my life I've had numerous occasions where, you know, like I've made people like cry laughing. I made people have emotions, reactions, a lot of laughter and shit, and it kind of made me think in a sense, like, you know, maybe I should turn my hand at like comedy. Maybe I should turn my hand at just like getting on stage and just fucking around, just being honest and just
Dude,
ranting.
I have people tell me that I should do stand up all the time.
Well, I understand that. You're funny as fuck.
No,
you know,
but bro, like, I want to. One of these days, I'm gonna really try it.
you should.
One of these days, I'm gonna really try it. And I want to see if I can like, of course, I know how to make my friends laugh. I know how to make my family laugh. But to make strangers laugh, I feel like that's different because they don't know you.
And that's another great thing about this podcast too, is like now you also have another outlet for like people hearing your comedy. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Where it's not like exactly joke punchline. It's like you still have that, like you tell a story, it's funny as fuck.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's
thing.
natural.
Yeah,
Like
because-
my comedy is like fucking, I don't know, it's different. Like it'll be dark, but it'll also be insanely light. Like I had this whole monologue. I'll just spoil my script right now. I have like this whole monologue where like the character asks, "Who's Drake?" And I go on this rant about Drake. I'm like, "Who's Drake? Who's Drake?" And then I start going on this rant about Drake. And I don't know. I just really like
It was
the way-
good. It felt really right. It felt really right because I read it, and as soon as I read it, like
it's something that I would say, but I want the character to say it.
it was within the same day where like I read your script because I was at work. I read your script, then on my way home, and then I was on the phone with Brendan just about whatever shit because like oftentimes like we talk on the phone at least like 3 times a week.
Oh, legit,
at least. Yeah. So we'll talk for like a half hour just about random bullshit
More than
or
that,
whatever.
honestly.
Yeah, even longer than that sometimes. Sometimes it's like fucking 2 hours. We're
Legit,
just talking
yeah,
about
but
shit,
it flies
yeah.
by.
But and then I brought that up. I was like, yo, man, like Alex's fucking script. Like I told you, I remember. I don't know if you remember that, but I definitely was praising Alex's work. I was like, man, this is gonna be definitely his most relatable. Definitely like this has the potential to like get to that level that gets your name recognized. You know what I mean? Like if you execute this, but that's the thing though, is that where the writing is there, I want to make sure that you execute that shit. So as long as you get that,
like I mean, obviously, I wrote the script. I have the whole movie in my head.
yeah,
Trust me.
and you're directing it, so it's
Right.
not like somebody else's. Like
Right. Like, I mean, fucking, I don't have the, look, I don't even know if I have an ego or not, but fucking, I'm just saying, I write my shit and I act my shit, and I'm always in charge of what gets edited, what scene gets put where the music should come in. I oversee all that.
and you got Johnny working on the score.
And yeah, yes, I got to show you my, I'll show you the score after.
Definitely.
The score is, it just sounds beautiful to me. It felt right. And I just, there's a lot to be learned still.
Right.
There's a lot that I can learn. There's a lot to be gained. I think my equipment could be better, but we're gonna do it with the equipment that we have anyway. It'll still be
live.
good, and as long as I'm overseeing the whole thing, you will definitely get the executed, thorough story that you want that I wrote.
And also, if you want to, by the way, just throw that out there. It doesn't have, I'm sorry that it's on the podcast, but if you want to use, if you have anything that you need from me with my equipment, like, because I have some camera equipment I don't use too often, but like I'm going to, but like if you need it, you know what I'm saying, I could roll through with a camera.
Well, I mean,
If you need a second angle or something.
oh yeah, definitely. We'll definitely talk. I mean, also, I mean, shit, you're gonna be in the next one anyway, because I wrote 2 scripts. I'm doing a 4-part series. It started with Ghost, and then it's gonna be Iris, Ski, and then the next one I'm thinking of calling Buffalo because I wear a buffalo mask. Like that's the only inspiration behind it. But like, I'm kind of pulling in a lot of Asian anime,
my
like
man.
Japanese anime story tropes
Some
into
North
this.
Korean
That
shit,
made
definitely.
Brendan's inner weeaboo happy.
Definitely, because I'm a weeaboo.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna make it entirely. It's not gonna be
Namaste?
it's not gonna be exposition, but I want like my final film to be like my most philosophical.
Sure.
So like, pretty much my thoughts, not like really like true philosophy, just like how I view the world. And I was thinking of calling it Shibuya because a lot of the most creative talent that comes out of Japan is in Shibuya. People think it's like Tokyo, but
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I hear Shibuya, I think about Persona 5. Fuck you, how dare
Dude,
you?
I think
Well,
about
in a
the
good way,
Frank
though.
Ocean lyrics where he brings up Shibuya.
Is it really?
oh yeah, that too.
Frank Ocean's on next level though.
No, but here's the
That
thing though
man's a
too is
genius.
that
I also want to say too, if you're getting philosophical, I got like 1 or 2 novels that like I think you should graze through when you're writing as well, just because I think it's like this existential like dread kind of like philosophy, and I
Yeah.
think this shit like I'm gonna show you the books I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
later.
yeah. Show me later because like I actually I was talking with a friend of mine and like she was reading like some Orson Welles book or whatever, and I was like, man, I could afford to read a little bit more. Like
Me too.
Like I think my vocabulary is good. Like when I'm really talking, not like every other sentence is a curse. Like when I'm talking, like I think my vocabulary is good. But like sometimes I just like to read like a bunch of articles and shit
oh sure.
just to expand my own vocabulary. But I
Totally.
feel like I would get
Totally.
more of that if I actually read like.
And there's a
I'm not
lot
gonna-
out there. Sorry, Brennan. Go
You
ahead.
good? No, you're good. I was just talking about the vocabulary. I remember being in high school, and I fuck, this is so sad. I remember we were in like government class, right? And what happened was that we're talking about like some bullshit, right? And so I used the term. Okay, I used the term radical ideology, and my class was like, English? Can you please English first? I'm like, that's some. Oh, be careful, dude. Homie hit his head on the fan. My man, you alright? My man, goddamn, homie.
I know he would one day.
Yeah, man, it
I
happened
know
to me
he
10
fucking
times.
would one day.
But here's the thing. So I said the term radical ideology, and my whole class was fucking flustered as shit. They're like, "What did you say?" I said, it means you have crazy ideas. They're like, oh, I'm like, you fucking idiots. What a failure of a class. Oh my God. Come on, dude. Jesus Christ, man. You know, like, oh, I couldn't, dude. I fucking couldn't. You know, my class were fucking dweebs, man. On Instagram and shit. Going to the DMs. You know, they're on their Kim Kardashian shit.
Yeah.
I mean, she's relevant.
I'm actually a little insecure about that because, like,
What?
I feel like sometimes, like, the way I talk, like, it'll be very ignorant to very fucking, like, articulate.
Sure.
And I don't know. Sometimes when I talk to certain people, they don't really know what to read off me. Even though like even though I feel like I'm directly conveying a message, I wouldn't want to like think that like I'm throwing somebody else in like a cerebral spiral or anything.
Interesting.
I'm just like I'm literally just like I don't know. Like when I talk, the words just kind of come. Like I've been thinking of it, yes, but like words just kind of come out
Right.
a certain way, a certain order.
Oh yeah, like for me, you know, I would say to
It's definitely a strange thing, but I know there's someone out there probably relating to that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would say for me, to a certain extent, you know, I have kind of like unfilteredness, if you will.
Yeah.
Now there are times where I will filter it out because there are times where I could say some shit that might be a little bit too sensitive, you know. So there are times where I'll purposely bring it back because what people will do, which pisses me off, is instead of looking at the broader point, they focus on, oh, you said this bad word. And then like the entire point will get lost, and now you have to have a conversation about a bad
like,
word.
You'll say you'll say a certain thing, and then all of a sudden the conversation becomes about that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no, let's get back on topic because you actually didn't mean to say the thing that you said that they're accusing you of.
Or listen to them in the right context or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
like sometimes I'll say something that's like a little bit edgy or like too dark,
right?
But like to me it just sounds normal, and but like to them they're just like what the fuck.
Yeah.
But like at the same time it wasn't so overtly odd or like abnormal of a sentence to say at the same time, you know.
You know, I can relate to a certain extent, but more so about like personality. Because I was having this talk with Brandon a little bit, or Sudo a little bit.
Yeah, I just gotta jump in real quick after taking that piss. I was in there for a long time, really long relieving piss. Just gotta say that one of the top 3 in my life.
I appreciate you.
But also, I had an epiphany, man. I'm really fucking proud of you guys. Like I was in there, and then I come out and I'm listening. You guys are just doing a great fucking job co-hosting the show. I just gotta say,
you know what,
coming
man?
in like, no, just to be real, because like I was hearing it, I was like, man,
I love you
guys,
too, but fuck you.
There was no like, you know, weird pauses. Like you guys were just going for it. You guys were forgetting the mics were here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the shit. So I'm just saying that's where the chemistry comes from.
Oh, I mean, at the end of the day, Brennan and I would like. I mean, I don't think you and I hang out one-on-one enough as we should.
Definitely not. Yeah, definitely.
But like, whenever we're like around, like you and I definitely click.
Fuck yeah, homie.
Like,
I enjoy our talks.
And I deep dive with Brandon all the time, and like I can deep dive the same way with you, and that's at the end of the day, like it's almost kind of like what I look for in friendships,
Yes.
like people who I can just like vibe with. And,
That is
like, talk
ideal
to,
for me.
You know, like I can't handle just like
surface level shit.
surface level shit, and also I don't know. I feel like we get each other to a certain extent, like that I can't get from other people.
I'll say to a big extent, honestly. You know, honestly, I think our kind of like dynamic that we have, I think, is fairly like unique. I don't feel like you see this too often, where we can have the combination, you know, of being wacky, but yet we can just be serious and deep and fucking and be on our intellectual shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look,
and that's what I really look for in other podcasts that I listen to, and there's people out there that do it. You know, I'm definitely gonna say that I think we have fantastic chemistry.
Yeah.
And I really love what we got going on. And that's why like I felt a little disappointed that I wasn't able to upload on Friday just because like the mixing was not working well. Like everything, like this mega episode, I spent 2.5 hours on it. Maybe I should have started earlier in the day.
I do really want to see that like best of.
Yeah, we're gonna do that, and I guarantee you after this week. So I posted, yes. Now let me just say this. I posted a story, and I said that I want us to do 3 episodes this week to make up for the fact that we only had 1 on Monday last week. So if I have to do a solo episode, I will. But I was hoping that like you both could give me a one-on-one this week as well. So like I know you're hanging out with somebody.
Yeah, tomorrow's booked.
Okay.
Tuesday might be a possibility, maybe.
It would have to be at nighttime. And it would have to be on... Yeah, it'd have to be nighttime. So if you come over after work at like 9 or 10 p.m., we could do it then. And actually, Preston's gone on vacation all week.
Really?
So you guys can just pull up.
My boy's gone and shit.
So yeah, I would like to do it, but if I have to supplement with solo episodes, it is what it is. But we'll get a best of episode out after this week, after we get 3 more episodes. The problem is that the first 3 episodes, I didn't get the mixing the audio down right, and it was way too quiet. And the problem was, it was like, so by episode 4 and 5, when I figured out like how to add extra gain and all this kind of stuff, like, you know, add different kind of filters, de-essers, and add, you know, limiters and stuff like that, it definitely helped out. And then, but when I was trying to edit them together, there was so much like up and down with the volume that like anybody that was listening would probably just turn off, because it was like you'd have to keep turning the headphones up and then down again, then up again. And it was just, there was nothing I could really do because the masters were all done.
I feel you.
We'll get it right.
No, well, if any
Next week, next Friday, I'm thinking we should do a best of. I'll put a best of out. So
Okay.
when we get enough episodes that are all mixed the same way, we got this. It'll
Well, sure.
happen.
I mean, and before I forget this thought, if I can capitalize real quick on what Alex was saying earlier.
I love
real
you guys
quick.
too.
I love you. And here's the thing: is that so Alex, when you were talking about, you know, how you don't want to like weird people out because what you think you're saying is normal to you, but then, you know, to other people it might be a little bit jarring. Now, I was having this talk with Brandon, but more so about personality, right? And so for me, like with my like high energy shit, you know, when I'm on like my high energy game, which is like. My man made a dick out of bottle caps.
He made a penis
He
with
made a
bottle
little
caps.
pee-pee out of bottle caps.
Do you feel accomplished now? You got.
Oh my god!
How
All
do you
right.
like this Miller High Life, by the way?
It's good.
Yeah, you like it? Okay.
No. Like it goes down quicker. It goes down like a Blue Moon does for me. Blue Moon's like my favorite beer.
Okay, I went out on a limb because lately we've been sticking to the same kind of beers, and I was like, let's mix it up. So I got not a sponsor, Miller High Life,
Well, how dare you?
Dude,
the champagne of beers.
honestly, bro,
Please
like,
sponsor us, Miller.
good beer and some weed. I'm fucking good.
You fucking millennial. Oh my god!
Man, we just lost our Miller sponsorship because he mentioned weed right after
I got
it.
that good cushion alcohol.
You guys
I got
didn't
that
hear me. I was like, please.
I was good. You can see. All right, now, here's the
Let's
thing.
play the censored version. I got some down I can call.
Oh god! Ew, that's horrible.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be I got some down bitches I can call. But on
right.
K104 it's like I got some down I can call. I love it when
K104,
I love their censorship.
No, actually, all right. Real quick digression, and I'll come back to the point. But when I used to watch 106 in Park on BET back in the day, like I remember there'd be like those rap songs where there will literally be. I was a little taken aback there, Sudo, because you were doing a little like sucking the dick motion. I'm like, yo, what's happening
Oh,
over
my
here?
bad. No.
The
I was
microphone,
trying
right?
to. I was
I got you.
I was trying. Sorry, I was trying.
I
to
was
tell
taken
you,
aback, homie. No, but here's
I was
the thing.
trying to tell you to move it closer.
I know what you mean,
Sorry.
homie. You know, so the thing is that I love it because there'll be times where they'll play these rap songs, right? And they curse so much. Now, instead of like putting in some sort of like double take with it or whatever, they'll blur it out entirely. So they'll be like, yeah, I took her in the. I did that. You know?
Dude, oh my God! Did I tell you guys the story
Like
about
every 6ix9ine song on
Yeah.
Hot 97.
Yo, did I tell you guys the story about how one time I bought a 50 cent Get Rich or Die Trying CD from the flea market, and it was all censored. But like, because it was,
no.
but it didn't have like a no censored. Like I didn't know because I picked up the CD, I put it in, and man, try to listen to Get Rich or Die Trying with the censored. But it wasn't like they switched it. It was like just like you said, there was pauses.
Just muted out.
bro.
Yeah.
Like there'd be 3 words in a sentence. Don't think I won't.
Many men
I got.
with depth
That'll-
upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm just trying to be what I'm destined to be. Cause you trying to
Yeah.
trying to take my life
I'll pop
away.
a hole in a whoop.
For fuck,
Actually-
for woof with me.
for hook up for me.
I gotta say the most egregious censor that I've heard ever. It was on a Korn song. Oh yeah, it was their song Adidas. All day I dream about sex. And one point,
Trey Songz is the GOAT.
basically, you know. So here's the thing: is that there's one
Where the
point.
fuck did that come from? Fuck
No,
you.
here's the thing, dude. Is that you know?
What, me?
Let me hear you
Yeah.
say no,
Are
but
you
man, shit.
Pulled up in a top bins with a whole 2 sides and we walked outside. Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the thing.
Just keep
basically.
walking them thighs. The only thing that's on my mind is mm-hmm.
All right, they're
I want
lame
you.
songs.
Can I ask you
Okay,
guys real quick? I
wait,
want
wait.
But you're getting
Okay.
the story next.
Wait.
How late do you guys want to be here tonight? Like, you guys
Well,
plan on leaving?
I was hoping to, oh, whoa, what time do you gotta leave?
I mean, at the latest, like 1:30 at the latest.
I was trying to do like a little movie night thing.
Because for me, like, because I've been my sleeping schedule has changed, so like I can't sleep at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning anymore. You know, I'm supposed to be out of whack and shit.
Right? No, I get it.
I
I
get
get it.
about 9 in the
Can
morning
you-
now, as opposed to 1 p.m.
Okay,
That's
because I was
bad.
gonna say we could divide this up and do just if we're just keep going like this, and you guys aren't looking to like dip really in. If
I
we
mean,
can get
look-
another hour and a half, we can do a second episode if we just keep going. But that's up to you guys. Like,
I mean, I don't mind. I can keep talking. You know me.
Yeah, I mean that's fine by me. It just depends. Like, are you down to watch a movie tonight?
I mean, I'm fine with that. I just want to. What about him though? I don't think I'm gonna be sober.
Well, he'll
enough
have to fucking go.
Can you get a taxi?
If I have cash, is there an
Uber?
ATM around here?
Hey man, I'll drive you
think
home. I
so.
only had a couple beers.
I appreciate you. You know, as long as you feel safe.
And then you're just gonna come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, we're close enough. Yeah, luckily.
Well, let's wrap this up
But-
then soon. But
Okay, so
Fucking Jesus, don't take my fucking wheel.
there we go. So all right, so to finish the digression, then back to like the main point. So what happens is that fucking so the most egregious censor I heard was on that Korn song where the line is, you know, all day I dream about fucking, and literally the censor. Oh no, it was on the verse. It was like, I don't know your fucking name. Instead of saying that, it's like, I don't know your name. I swear to God, I'll find it for you. I ain't fucking doing this for comedic effect. I'll find that shit for you. Whoever did that, fuck you. That took me out of the fucking song. Just mute the shit. Mute it. Like, what is that? Is that fucking did Scooby Doo get on the track and shit?
Oh my
Did
God.
Scooby Doo fucking Raggy
oh,
my
man,
feelings?
Brendan. Oh man,
know?
Brendan. Okay.
Fuck, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Nah, I don't, but I do.
Woo!
I don't. That's how I reacted when I heard that
All right.
50 Cent album.
So
Well, listen,
the main point.
okay, main point, and then
Okay,
we're gonna wrap it up.
Yes. So Alex, I want to hear what you say about this. So the main thing for me was when I was talking to Brendan about this was about how people react, not necessarily to what I say, but to just who I am, right? With my loud personality, right? So what happened?
Yeah, you try to give people your personality. You know what I mean? Why would you give them the fake version of yourself? You feel like by giving them the most authentic version of yourself that it shouldn't draw them away, but
You would think, right?
it does. You know.
But I guess it could, you know. But honestly, though, but people who it draws
But
away,
you shouldn't be anybody listening. You shouldn't be afraid of that. Always be yourself. Always be your 100% purest form. Just let me get that.
Oh
out the
yeah,
way.
and honestly, man,
Don't
welcome,
change yourself for nobody.
welcome the haters
Unless
because
you know you need changes.
welcome the haters because fucking the haters. Because the more haters you got, the more you know you're doing shit right. You know what I'm saying? So welcome that shit. But here's the thing, though, is that like for me, whenever I'm like my wacky self, having fun with the high energy, whatever, it still takes me aback because you know. I've been like this my entire life, basically, right? And it still takes me aback when I see how shocked people's reactions are, where they'll be like, as if they saw like a fucking piece of shit get thrown out on the wall out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, the
Oh
fuck
my
was
God.
that? You know, like, shit. They're like, you okay? Are you right? I'm like, is your life that boring? Where you have to ask someone, "Are you okay?" when they're having fun. I love the customers at my job. They'll be like, I see. You're bored at work." I'm like, I'm having fun. I'm having fun in my life. You know what I mean? Like, what is this shit? Like, are you bored? I'm like, are you bored? You know what I mean? Fucking, what's going on, man? Like, yo, man, fucking spice your life up with something. Fucking, here's the thing. Reason why I'm always so happy because I don't give a fuck. You know, I'll fucking Fortnite dance to fucking, you know, Apache, what the fuck his name is and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, hey, bro, dude, I don't give a Avicii. I don't give a shit.
That's what
No,
people
Avicii's
like.
dead, bro.
He
Rest
is,
in
but
peace.
fuck, but you know what I'm saying?
That's what people fail to understand. It's like I feel like everybody is so conditioned to think and act a certain way when really it doesn't have to be like that. Whatever your parents told you or whatever society has told you to act and to be like. I mean, I understand if we're talking about somebody who's trying to like actively be a criminal or
Right.
something, but like let's just get that easy shit out the way. Like we're talking about being you
That's
to the
right.
pure self. Like if you're trying to be you to the pure self, it's okay to be that. You don't have to act or be a certain way for nobody. In fact, I think it makes dynamicism between human beings so much more interesting.
Yes.
If they were just to play their cards and put that shit on the table
And if they weren't
already
as
from
so
the
fucking,
get.
and if they weren't so insecure about it, I mean, look, man, everyone's got their insecurities, man. I mean, hell no,
Don't be.
God knows why that I do, but
Don't be unless it's truly alarming. Like it's like, oh, I slit this dog's throat last week.
you know, my dick came out. You know, yeah, sure.
Like yeah,
No,
that
but-
shit I get. But if you're like just being a little weird and you're insecure about that, it's like, nah, bro, just be you. Just be you, bro.
And that's the thing, dude. And unfortunately, you know, in our society, fucking, it's individuality and originality is suppressed. The idea that's suppressed is just like there's this fall in line. Just don't be offensive. Even if it's a fun kind of offensive. Just being wacky in a retail store, or whatever. Don't do that because it'll be weird. And my people, man, fuck that, and fuck you.
You know what? I kind of want to tie that into the idea of the podcast in general. So, I mean, if you look at it like I look at, I'm actually going to wrap up the episode here, I think. Okay, so you want to, okay. Yeah, no, I just kind of wanted you here just for the last wrap up. But I mean, if you want to, it's going to be like 1 minute. I think this is a good time. This is going to be the longest episode today. I guarantee you we're probably sitting at 3 hours, maybe even a little more.
Really? Goddamn.
Maybe. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Sometimes I'm just get the time wrong.
10 minutes, that's it.
It seems like it could be close to 3 hours. But, I think we could tie that in here. It's like we got our own thing going on. You either like it or you don't like it. If you get offended by it, I've had a couple people hit us up. And I know it comes from a place of compassion. It comes from a place of friendship. But at the end of the day, it's like, I respect that. And I thank you for it. But that's just what it is to us. Like, we do what we do. We like doing it. That's hence why we have a 3-hour podcast.
That sums up the episode. It's like we talk, man. Like, and we just let her, like, I always wanted just a platform to just lay it on the table. Like, here on the podcast, I have such freedom.
Right.
Like, just to be silly and serious. And, like, my films is, like, something I can just be really put my emotions out in the air without having to think about ridicule. That's what I like about us. It's like we put it all out in the open, man. And we get intoxicated at the same time, which for me is fantastic.
And the ironic thing is,
no
I've been
one
sober
likes
this
getting
entire time. That's the
intoxicated
ironic
more
thing
than
here.
me.
Brendan's been sober for every episode except the first one.
Yeah.
I think.
Legit.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing because for me, like I'm luckily I have the kind of personality where I can keep up even when I'm not fucking drunk and shit. Or if I'm not high. I have the personality where I can just adapt. So I feel lucky to have that. I feel not everyone has that. Because also I would have just been awkward and just being silent and shit, So I'm glad that I can adapt to that shit.
Yeah. And listen, that's exactly why I was like, guys, let's do this kind of thing together as much as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you.
I feel like I had a lot more that I had to say that was very philosophical and it was very appreciative of everybody. So if you like what we're doing, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to download.
Smack that like button, motherfucker!
That like button.
Fucking putazo that fucking like button, pendejo! ¿Tú me entiendes?
I've been one of your hosts, Pseudo. You can follow me on Instagram at Donnie Ego. That's DONNYEGO.
That's right.
I'm joined once again by
Loca
Alex
Films.
Loca Films. Follow him on Instagram. I almost said Twitter.
Wow.
Instagram, fucking add me as a friend on Facebook. I need
Add 'em on.
friends.
Friend me, please.
Yeah, I feel like I'm losing my voice right now.
Yo, fucking listen, bro.
Brendan, why don't you and Alex, you
Everything's-
guys take this?
All right, yo, everything has been hitting today, bro.
You have a bigger smile on your face. I appreciate it.
Yo, bro. Like,
Man, his eyes are closed. He looks Asian right now.
I'm fucking lit. I'm fucking lit right now.
Looking like Artie Lang and shit.
Yo, but honestly, man,
But with a normal nose, not fucked up nose.
listen, what
I
else
might
is
have
there?
to give you cash so you can get home tonight, bro.
What is there? I can bring him home safely.
Oh, God. I don't know about that.
We'll talk about it.
An hour and a half, we'll see. Yeah.
I will bring him home safely.
Yeah, I mean, if we stop now,
If anything, I'm better when I drive this way.
Oh, my God.
no, we don't condone that.
Yeah.
Do not drink and drive. Do not smoke or do
not
any
drive and
kind of
drive.
drug. Yeah, exactly. Follow.
I'm better when I drive this way, man. It's a known fact. I have a reputation.
He has a reputation. Everybody, you heard it here.
He has a reptile.
We won't let that happen. So follow him on Instagram at Loca Films, LOKAFILMS.
Loca Films giving you the
Lucas
cinema.
For the latest.
baby.
And then also the one and only, the rant master himself,
Ooh.
Brent-
Master J.
Brendan.
Papi
With
Chulo,
an
La
E
Uno.
and an A.
Brendan Seth
La
Logan
Uno.
Rivera.
What'd you say? Self fucking? What'd you say?
We will keep you guys updated when Brendan gets on top of his social media game.
Self fucking.
There you go.
One of these days, I'm going to get Brendan on top of his social media game.
It'll
It's
happen.
going to be fire. I'm gonna take care of that. I got you, bro.
Di fuego.
Yo, he would
help
probably
you
have
out.
a fire social media
Facts.
platform.
Facts.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Like I have debated.
Imagine what his rants
No,
on the
no, no, bro.
Special
I got
Olympics
that
would
camera.
be like.
All right, guys, let's make today. I want to make it very clear. Okay, I'm tired
Okay,
Like,
all right,
motherfucker.
okay.
No,
Cheating interventions.
I didn't think like that.
Oh my
like
God.
maybe you would have like the football game commentary.
Yo, so
Oh, I heard Special Olympics. I'm like,
there's Arnold Wallace
guys, we got to wrap this up, guys.
practicing his karate
We
chop,
got to wrap this up. We'll save that.
even though this is a shot put game.
God, dude.
Oh man.
Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. I got that camera, bro. We'll get you set up.
And there's
Okay.
But
Roger
that's my boy
McDowell.
Layuno.
Papi chulo,
Thank you guys so much
puro fuego.
And
for
there's
listening to the episode.
Roger McDowell
Don't forget to subscribe. Don't
throwing
forget
a
to
handful
download.
of confetti in the air.
Who the fuck is Roger Dow, homie?
We don't know how he got
I'm
the
gonna slowly
confetti.
turn down your volume.
Who the
until
hell is
people
Roger
can't
Dole,
hear
man?
you anymore.
Don't
Same thing
fucking
with both of you
censor
guys.
me.
I'm censoring
Don't
both of
censor
I
you.
you.
am the
cock.
most impactful
You cock.
artist of this generation.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Cock.
Sometimes I feel
We will see
Cut.
you
like a
in the next
fucking Tootsie
episode.
Pop that ain't got no center.
Cuck.
See you later.
Cuck.